Hey, who that? Huh? I'm at 3 minutes now. You know what? Hey y'all, it's your girl Lisa, and it is Wednesday. It is Happy Hump Day. It is. I'm talking about something I shouldn't be talking about, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. It is. Hey, I hope everybody's had a good week. We are to the middle of the week now. It is almost over, y'all. It is so close to Christmas. How did it become October? Could somebody tell me, please? It is October Monday. Hey, Veronica. I don't know if you heard me before. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Uh, as y'all can see from the title is I have two boyfriends. Which one should I choose? And my answer, because if you ask me, my answer is neither. And here's why I say that. We're gonna start off with my negativity. Oh, okay. Here's what happened. This was what was this, a strawberry letter or something? It was something. I have two boyfriends, one free and one incarcerated. They both give me something different. I didn't listen to like the whole story. I just heard, the gist of the story. So they both give her something different. They both fulfill a different need. But one is out and can be with her physically, mentally. The other one is incarcerated. And her question is, which one does she choose? Because the way she was talking, the one that was incarcerated gave her more than the one that was free. Which now that I think about it, feels like she was using the one that was free because she couldn't physically have the one that was in jail. And that's why I said neither of them. Because if you love the man, I watch show after podcast after video after TikTok of women who love their man in jail and would not think about cheating on him. They got whole shows on TLC about it. So if you so in love with this man in jail, why you feel the need to have a free man? And if you love this man that's out and can do things with you, why are you still hanging on to this man in jail like a backup plan? Personally, I have never adhered to the being in love with with more than one person. I believe that you can love several people because you love different aspects of each person. Each person gives you something different. You haven't found the one person who fulfills all your needs within themselves. So, makes sense that you have multiple people that you love things about, that you care about. I don't think you can be in love with more than one person because to me, when you're in love, it encompasses everything. It negates the faults of the person. It clouds the senses. You lose all good sense when you're in love with somebody. All good common sense goes out the window when you're in love. You can't do that with two, three, four, five people. This person that you're in love with makes everyone else seem dim in the shadows. That's how I knew I was in love with DC. First time I kissed her, the first time, because we've known each other for a couple of years, we've been talking for a few months, but the first time she kissed me, I knew that was it. Now, I don't know if I call it in love, but I knew that was it because I was in my 40s and I had kissed before and I'd had some good kisses. But I had never had somebody make the room, the world, the outside, the people around me disappear. So I had to honor that. That was a feeling. That was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Say whoo hoo hoo. No, so when you're in love with somebody, nobody else matters. Nobody else holds a candle to that person. So no, you're not in love. She's not in love with two people. She loves two people. And clearly neither one of them was the whole person for her. So to me, neither. Do whatever you're doing with these two and understand that there's somebody else out there for you. Or you just playing with them. I mean, I really didn't know what I was going to talk about this Wednesday. And baby was helping me. Because to me, this makes no sense. These little letters and rants for advice make no sense to me. Because you already know this man is in jail. And I don't know for the life of me, I can't for the life of me understand why women get men in jail, wait for him to get out of jail, and then get mad that they can't do. This is a felon. He can't do the things that you can do without a felon. Without a felony, he can't just pop up and get a good $100,000 a year job. He can't just rush out and buy you the apartment or the house that you want. He can't just run out and go get you that G wagon that you want. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to take care of him and then get mad because the stuff he was selling you in jail, he couldn't deliver. Because guess what? He made 2 cents an hour in jail. Or 25 cents. I don't know how much they make. I know they used to make like 25 cents, 30 cents an hour. Ooh, what you thought he was about to do for you? He get you a cup of coffee, take you out to lunch. At what's the place, baby? Chili's, 2 for $20. So I was trying to get a sit down dinner, 2 for $20. You know, you gotta leave $25. No, you ain't gonna tip the waitress. It's all right. All right. Leilani. Oh, you on there? I ain't see you, Leilani. Hello?
I'm muted because my ear is on.
Oh. But you get what I'm saying. This, I don't. To me, it's like I don't get it. What about you, Leilani? How do you feel about being in love with two people?
I don't think that's a possibility.
Mhm.
Not to be in love. I don't think that's possible.
What do you mean two people at the same time?
It's like polygamy or it's like a polyamorous relationship or it's like sister wives. There's always a number one. You meet them at the same time. But there's always one you like a little bit more than the other one. There's always one that you want to spend 4 nights with instead of three. There's always one that you sleep with every night, regardless. There's always one. So if there's always one, why not choose that one? Because if I was in a if I was in a relationship with more than one person, and that person was always going to the other person more often than they come to me, I would feel some kind of way. I have to share. I already got to share, and it's not even an even sharing. I mean, it's for some people. Some people are not monogamous. Some people do not want a relationship. Some people cannot find everything they need in one person, and that's fine. And if everybody in that situation is okay with that situation, then you do what you got to do. But if you have two men or two women that look at you like you're their one and only, then you're doing both of them a disservice, and both of them should leave because you're going to keep doing it. It's not. It's just to me, that's what's going on.
All right.
Say, what about you? What do you think?
I feel like turn your
Hold
thing
on,
off.
let me mute.
I feel like the guy. Hold on. All right. I feel like the guy that's in jail guys just got away, and females, it's something to do, and they say all of this and all that and get out. Some of them, I ain't gonna say all of them. They say this and they say that to get out and do the same thing they went in there for. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, how can you trust somebody that went to jail for a long time and you just talking to them on the phone and you haven't like interact with them on the outside the world? You gotta come off of mute.
Hold on, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think for a lot of women, I don't know because I haven't really talked to like physically talked to any women that date people in jails exclusively. But I think for a lot of them, it is the fantasy that this person.
Your sound went out.
Oh, exit for me.
No, exit him, dude.
I did it. Hey, call him for me. Um, sorry, y'all. Call him right quick, baby. Can y'all hear me again? I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that a lot of people who date people who are in jail have this false sense that this person can't cheat on them, that this person is going to be faithful to them because they're in jail. So they have this false sense of security. This man is in this jail with all these other men. Ain't nobody in there he can cheat on me with. Not realizing that just like he's talking to you, sweetie, he could be
He's talking
talking
to
to
12
7,
other
8,
people.
9 other folks.
Right. 12 other people.
Are listening, and there's at least one female security guard that hemmed his ass up in the what's the room that they had a mops and buckets and shit in? What's that thing called?
Maintenance room.
The maintenance room. it's at least one female guard in there because I don't know if anybody remembers it was in Baltimore, and it was a whole thing about this guy who was a drug quote unquote kingpin, and he was gonna be in jail a good hot minute. He got at least four female guards fired because I think two or three of them was pregnant at the same time. I think a couple of them went to jail for him because they were bringing contraband into the jail. And you can't legally have sex with an inmate. That's considered sexual assault because they're not able to give consent because they're in the situation they're in. No, it sounds crazy. But they could be charged with sexual assault because having sex with an inmate, even in that situation, they can't give consent. They're in jail. Crazy. But he had these women in a chokehold, plus free women that didn't go to jail. That one didn't work in the jail.
Mm-hmm.
He giving out gift cards and stuff because he was still running this little drug business in jail. It don't stop. It didn't stop nothing. He was still running this little business. So he was giving out gift cards and buying cars to two or three women, knocking two or three women up. Everybody talking about this is my man, this is my man. They getting fired because they fighting over the prisoner who ain't getting out of jail. And he laughing because as soon as them two, three was gone, two, three more would take their place.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people who date people who are in jail have this false, and it's like a fairy tale. I can change him. That's not who he is. That's who he was. Or he's innocent. He didn't do the crime. Do you know how many women have married serial killers and death row inmates just to say they're innocent and they didn't do the crime? They've had entire shows about women who have spent their money, their time, their kids' time trying to get this man out of jail because he said he didn't do it.
And then there's the one that just fall in love with the wonderful letters that he writes, and he ain't even writing them.
He's so articulate.
There's
He
always
loves
one really smart dude in the prison, and then there's
making
also an
money.
artist. There's a smart dude and there's an artist, and they work together and they write these wonderful love letters. And then the other one puts the art on it, and then they
Tell him. Tell them the commissary be packed. Commissary be packed. They just sat up here and wrote love letters. All you got to do is come on now. I ain't trying to be funny. All jokes aside, I wrote love poems when I was in college, and I didn't sell them, and I would sing them, and I would sing to the people that couldn't write. I did it, but not the jail time. I did it in college, but because it's a fantasy you live out as a lot of women, a lot of people. I'm not just gonna say women. A lot of people live out this love fantasy of how their love life and how their love is going to unfold. They're going to have this great love, and it's going to be all encompassing, and it's going to be running through the meadow full of flowers, and it's going to have angels coming down from above, sprinkling fairy dust, and you're going to dance in the flow of love. A lot of people live that fantasy about how we're going to have 2.5 kids, we're going to live in this house, in this area, and we're going to do this, this, and this. And then reality hits. And this guy that I like, he's got a girlfriend, but I know he's gonna break up with. Do y'all understand? Do y'all know how many people the love of their life is married to somebody else? There are men and women out there right now will tell you. She said she's going to divorce him. She's just, the kids are young. So you gonna wait on the kids? You gonna wait on the kids to get older? Okay. Well, she's got, she doesn't work, so she's trying to build up the money because she really does. Do you know how many people are basing their love story on somebody else's love leftovers? I don't I if you have to love two or three people, that's cool. If you haven't found your all over person, if you haven't found that person who makes you feel safe and cared for and loved and heard and special, then that's fine. Keep looking, keep dating. But don't have people out there thinking that you're their one and only when as far as you're concerned, that's number one, two, three, four, five. Which one should I choose? Neither. Because you don't really want neither one of them. I think a lot of people get stuck in the love thing and don't realize that it's not that job that people say it is. Love is work. Relationships are work. If you got to work at them so hard, then that's probably not the one you're supposed to be in. Have you ever heard if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life? That's the same thing with a relationship. If you with somebody you really love and care about, you'll never have to work a day in your life. There are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be things that come from the outside of your relationship or the inside and the inside, but y'all still going to work it out because there's no doubt about the love. The love is not questioned. The love does not depend upon whether or not this person, whether I have dated people that I felt like I had to do everything they wanted for them to continue to like me. And in doing so, I realized what I couldn't stand and what I couldn't go for anymore. And while the relationships didn't work, they taught me things. Taught me what I didn't need, what I didn't deserve, and what I didn't want. But it also taught me what I did want. And I wanted to feel safe. And I wanted to feel like I could be me in all my incarnations. And this person wouldn't wake up in the morning and say, I can't take it. I don't want it. That's one person doing that. That's not 13 people. That's not two people. That's one person that gives you that sense of security, that sense of belonging, that sense of wanting. I mean, it just is. If you keep looking for something in somebody else other than your partner because your partner doesn't have that particular thing, then stop hanging on to this person because you don't want to be alone, because you don't want to say you're single, because you don't want to look for somebody else. Being okay in a relationship ain't okay because both of y'all gonna suffer, not just you, but the person you stringing along. Because the longer you string somebody along, that person could be in love with you. You could be everything that person wants, not realizing that as far as you're concerned, they're lacking. And I know that sounds crazy, that there's always in a relationship, especially a relationship that's not balanced, especially a relationship that is not quite right. There's always one person more in love with the other person. And you should be even in that love. You should be miserable when that person is away from you. Even if I'm with my wife every day, all day. And I love that she goes out and does things. Just because I can't go with her right now doesn't mean I want her to stop. Because at the end of the day, I know who my wife is, and that's not who she is. So I love her to go out and do things. I don't ever want her to stop and feel like she's held back. However, that does not mean I don't be sitting up here wanting to stalk her because she ain't here. That also doesn't mean that sometimes she wants to sit over there and listen to her music with her headphones. I sit over here and read a book with my headphones on, and we be in two separate things in the same room. It doesn't mean that. It means that wherever she is, that's still my wife. It means that wherever she is loved the same way there as she is here because I love her regardless. And I don't need anything from anybody else. I don't need to fill a void or a space. And I feel like when you have one or two people, when you young, let me say this. Let me say this. For all my youngers out there, for all my young ones, for all my late teens, early 20s all together. If you have not found somebody, that's fine. This is when you're supposed to figure out what you want and what you don't want, who you need and who you don't need. If you can't stand somebody chewing, don't date somebody who chew with their mouth open. It's just as simple as that. If you hate sports, please don't date somebody who is stuck on sports. And these are little things. These are little things. But these are things you shouldn't have to compromise because there are people out there who chew with their mouth closed. And there are people out there who don't deal with sports. You do not have to compromise on the little things with your person. Get that. You don't have to compromise on the little things with your person. The big things are deal breakers at the beginning. Kids, I don't date kids. I don't date a certain ethnicity. I don't date a certain whatever. These are big things at the beginning. I don't date somebody with kids. Cool. I don't date outside of my race. Cool. I don't like tall women. Cool. These are things, the big things, the big stuff. But you don't have to compromise on the little stuff either. Just because you think this person can do stuff for you. If you 100% do not watch basketball, football, baseball, or any sports, you don't even know what ESPN is on your TV. Please don't date somebody that knows the stats of every football, basketball, or baseball player because you're going to be pissed off 90% of the year. You're going to be pissed off 90% of the year. And that's going to be your fault because you knew that you didn't want to deal with that. It's just like if you know that you have to have 100% all the time in the house affection from your spouse or your partner, please don't date somebody in the military. Please don't date somebody that has to be deployed. Please don't date somebody who drives trucks. Please don't date somebody who spends months outside of the house. If you know that you're jealous, if you know that you can't deal with the separation, don't date somebody in the military because you want military benefits. You're going to cheat on him or her. Please don't date a trucker. If you don't want somebody who's going to be gone 2-3 weeks out the month. If you're a jealous person, please don't date somebody who does things like DJing or entertaining or hell a bartender and a waitress because they have to flirt to get their money. Don't compromise on the little things because you want to be so in a relationship so bad you don't realize that it's the little things that make you cheat. It's not the big things. It's not the big things. It's not the money that makes you cheat on somebody. You just break up with somebody who mess up the government money, mess up the church's money. It's the little things that make you cheat because you feel bad about articulating the little things. You feel bad about talking to your friends about the little shit that aggravates you about this person you dating. But you'll go find somebody who you actually like and still hold on to this person because I don't want to hurt their feelings. But I'm almost 100% positive that cheating on somebody hurts their feelings a whole lot more than breaking up with them. Leilani.
Yep. Please break up with me. Don't cheat, because now I'm pissed.
No, but
I'd
what's your
much
name?
rather you just break up. Just say, you know what? We got, we need to break up because I'm thinking about something else. Okay.
But see, what I'm saying is mine. What do you feel about that? Would you overlook the little stuff with somebody?
I guess it would depend on what the little stuff is. If it's the stuff that really, really annoys me, no, because I know I'm gonna be annoyed all the time. One of these pickles.
What you see what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, Rayon's in here trying to take me and DC's video.
Why?
Have
Why?
one of the regular pickles that's down there. Well, the special one in the kitchen. Okay, well, I'm live.
Ma'am. Anyway. I said. It's not that hard, y'all. And I love for young people to explore their options and take their time and don't run into relationships and figure out what they really want. Figure out what they really want. Figure out what they really need. Don't rush into a relationship because social media or because what your mama and them had. How many times you caught your mama in the bathroom crying? It wasn't about you. How many times you heard your grandmama say something reckless about your granddad and you didn't understand why she was saying it? These people had to be married. They had to be in relationships. They were forced to give up dreams and hopes. So, because society told them that the man is supposed to work and the woman is supposed to stay home. The woman is supposed to have as many kids as she can have and take care of the house, and the man is supposed to provide. But he might not have to take care of the house. That ain't his job. But as time progresses, so do relationships, so does love, so does everything. And now you don't have to be married by 25 or you're a spinster. You don't have to have a passel of kids to make you a whole woman. Yeah, you ain't got to have any. Truthfully, you got to have none. But no. Between if you got to choose between two people, let both of them go because you don't want either one of them. That's how I feel. You don't want either one of them. If you got to sit up here and ask somebody, I have I have heard some of the most ridiculous stuff that people have sent out for random stranger comments and concerns. I cheated on my wife. I had a baby by the random. She broke up with me, but she's allowing me to live in the basement while I'm getting myself together. And when her and her friend comes over there and they be doing it and she be screaming, she ain't never screamed like that with me. And now I'm devastated. First of all, don't tell what why don't you tell
Girl,
me
why are
that?
you telling everybody that? You
Why
just told everybody you suck.
that you live in the basement, man? You live in the basement, your wife upstairs getting it in, and whoever getting it in was giving it to her better than you. You just out here knocking up random people, messing up your relationship. And now you want people to feel bad for you. Nobody feel bad for you, sir.
And you're not going to attract anybody else because you just told them you suck as a human.
Sir. And here's the thing. I'm not gonna look here. It is a fantasy to think that every relationship works. It is a fantasy to think that people stay in love forever. It is a fucking fantasy. That is the best I can call it. It is a Cinderella Disney movie fantasy. Sometimes relationships don't work. Either you grow apart Because a lot of people, and come with me, a lot of people weren't through growing when they got in a relationship in the first place. And you thought that just because you was in a relationship with this person, you was gonna grow in the direction of that person. But the reality is you didn't know who you were gonna be because you were still growing. You were still trying to figure out who you were. You were still trying to get on the road that you were supposed to be on. That doesn't necessarily mean that the person you're with is the person that you were going to be with when you became who you were supposed to be. Everybody don't get in there. I got into a lot of bullshit when I was younger because I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing, and I wasn't being true to myself. And it wasn't their fault or my fault. It was just how shit worked out. If feelings got hurt, that was my fault because them was my feelings. This is how I feel about stuff. I don't fault the other person because, and especially if I sat up there and knew something was wrong and I still stuck around, because I could have easily stopped messing with you. As soon as my spidey sense started tingling, as soon as my ass started itching, I should have left you alone. But for whatever reason, I stayed. And if I stay after the ass itching and the spidey sense is tingling, then that's all on me. I don't fault nobody for that. Because I truthfully, I ain't dated nobody that was smart enough to keep shit away from me. That says a lot about me. But I also wasn't being true to myself for a very long time. And then here come my son. And I wasn't taking just anything because I had him. And then after he got a little bit older, and I realized that, hey, maybe the reason I wasn't happy is because I was getting in the wrong pool. I was getting in the chlorine pool when I should have been getting in the saltwater pool. And when I changed pools, I found the love of my life on the same road, going to the same place because I was an adult. I was grown. I was still growing. A lot of people get in relationships when they're still growing, when they're still trying to figure out who and what they are and who and what they want to be. And sometimes those relationships don't last into old peoplehood, which is what we striving for. We strive for gray hair, false teeth, old picket fences, and rocket chairs. Sometimes your high school sweethearts don't make it that far because you've been together since you was kids. And she allowed you to cheat, and you allowed her to drink, and y'all got all these kids, and now both of y'all miserable. You think that every now and again somebody coming through, this person can fill the void, or this person can fill the void. But until you go know what goes in the void, you just throwing people in there willy nilly, not feeling nothing. Sometimes be alone. Be a hoe. That ain't all that whole stuff, and you hoish and you a hoe and body count. All that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell y'all something. I know that y'all have heard about people talking about body counts and women and their sexual conquests, and women shouldn't have that many and men should have a lot. But let me tell you who worries about body count. The only man who worry about a woman's body count is a man that doesn't have a body count, okay? So if you got a man coming up to you asking you how many men you've been with, immediately tell him way more women. You know what? I have been with none, and I'm not going to start with you. Don't rush into a relationship because you feel like I should be like my mom and dad. But let me ask you a question. When you look back, do you really want to be like your mom and dad? Leilani, if you could pick a relationship that people would know about, what relationship would you pick? Whose relationship would you pick? Leilani?
Trying to think.
Okay. It was very quiet. I didn't know if you were still there. I was checking. Baby.
Trying to think of who been together forever. Samuel Jackson and his wife.
Samuel Jackson and his wife, Denzel Washington and his wife, uh,
LL Cool
and
J.
LL Cool J and his wife, uh, Ice Cube been getting on my nerves, but him and his wife. What you need, baby? Just sit him in the chair over there. Just sit him in the chair over there. Um,
Ashford and Simpson.
yeah, that's old school. That's old school. But he's dead. He's deceased.
Did he pass? I didn't know he
He
passed.
been gone a minute. Yeah, he gone. He gone. I would do. I
What
would.
about I think he died. Ozzy.
Oh yeah. Both. I think both of them have passed away. Isaac Davis and Ruby D.
Yeah.
Those are old school relationships. Those old school. Our
And his
relationships are LL and Ice Cube and Will and Jada. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Here we go, and go with me on this. If I had to have a relationship and I had to qualify a relationship from age to the adult age, I would have Will and Jada's relationship because they figured out how to make it work. Because at the end of the day, that's who their people are. And while it is unconventional to us, and maybe I wouldn't go down that route, obviously, Will is her person and she is his. Regardless of whether or not people like it, regardless of whether or not y'all understand the relationship. Yes, my son. But I don't have to have that. I have my own. And I was also wrong when I got into it. But because at the end of the day, they deal with how they deal with their way and they keep it together. Now we can sit up here and talk about all not insurrection. They didn't have an insurrection. That's not what she told me. Not an insurrection. They didn't have a war. They little, little dipping and dabbing and don't know what's happening. Entanglement. Thank you, Nicholas. Nick is in the background. You know. He Nick, how do you feel about relationships? When do you think is a good age for you to pursue a long-term relationship with someone? A long-term, old people relationship with somebody? Do you think you would prefer it like high school sweethearts now, or would you prefer it like in your 30s? Uh-huh. Yeah, you personally. Uh, yeah. But if y'all growing together and y'all grow in different directions, do you stick it out or do you allow the process to go? Okay. So Nick said he doesn't believe in growing apart because if you grow apart, that means you never really knew each other, even when you're young. And that's coming from a young person. He's 18. So, and that's how a lot of them feel. So that's why a lot of, and I'm just using you as an example, son. That's why a lot of people his age get into relationships because that's how he feel. He said he doesn't believe in growing apart. If you're growing apart, that means you never really knew each other. But not your personality. It's like where I was at 18 is not where I was at 25. Where I was at 25 mentally, it's not where I was at 30. And by 37, when I had you, you changed the whole game up. So what I'm saying is you as a young person, yes, you feel that way at 18. And that's why when I say I think you should wait, because you just said, I don't think that people grow apart. I think you just never really knew each other in the first place. But you grow, you don't necessarily change. What you want now at 18 is not necessarily what you're gonna want in 5 years. And shit in 3 years, in 21. But do you stay? If you see, well, what my question was, if you and that person, if you see that the person that you're with, even though you know them, if you see that it is starting to veer in a different direction than you imagined it would go, because that's a very real possibility, do you stay and adjust your thinking because of them? Or do you let it progress and see if you stay or you go? That's what I'm saying. I see what you're saying, and it's a very valid point. But the reality is that any number of external factors can cause a shift in how a person deals with situations, and that includes inside of a relationship. So my question to you is: you find a girlfriend tomorrow that you're deeply in love with at 18, but life and external factors have y'all drifting in slightly different areas. Do you adjust? Or does she adjust? Do y'all adjust for each other? Or do you allow yourselves to grow in the course that you're growing in? It's like you should. Uh-huh. Go ahead. Hey, Kristen. Uh huh. But but it is in a relationship. It is, in my estimation, and here's why: a relationship is one thing that is 100% and totally yours. You and right, but you two people should not have to compromise even the small things because the small things complement each other. If the small things don't complement each other and you find yourself having to adjust constantly in this relationship, one or both of you, are we just hanging on to a relationship that is not, because you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. What I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is you're kind of, what I'm saying is, do you continue to here's the thing, here's what we're saying.
external factors that are just looking like blockades.
But what I'm saying is, how much do you adjust before you realize that you're trying to make something that's not there?
That's up to you.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm talking to you
I
personally.
can't even think, like, I don't like.
How much of adjusting would you allow yourself? That's what I'm saying. How much adjusting do you allow yourself? Because in a relationship, I have been in bad, good, and indifferent. And ad- how much adjusting do you allow yourself? Do you at some point you be like, I'm, I've changed a little too much about what the thing. It's like I was saying before you came down here. Don't date a girl that is in love with sports and every other word off her mouth is sports if that's not who you are. Don't date a girl that chews with her mouth open if you can't stand to see somebody chew. Don't date a girl that doesn't like music and you know how you are about music. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't adjust the little bitty things because you like a few of the couple of the big things or the external things about a person because they feel this particular your person will fill your entire notebook. It may not be perfect, but it won't feel like an adjustment. But you adjusting and adapting, well, she's this, so I'll overlook this. She's that, so I'll overlook this. How often do you adjust before you be like, maybe we should just adjust up out of here?
I feel like I just don't look at life that way. Like genuinely, like not yet. At least where I feel like, because I feel like at some points people will have to adjust to me, and it's like, do I want everyone to just give up on me when they feel like, like I'm not.
Nobody should ever give up on you.
But exactly, like that's how.
Because you're awesome.
But everyone's gonna feel like.
I felt some kind of way when he said that. Nobody should fucking ever give up on my son.
Lisa's like, no, wait, you're not included, not you.
Yeah, but like it's just like anybody.
He's fucking great. You're supposed to like everything about him. But yes, I get what you're saying.
Like
experience, and time will either cement what you say is real or adjust how you feel. I'm just saying, I mean, at 18 and now, not having the years, this is how you're supposed to be. But I give you everything for future reference. If you're constantly having to adjust the little things, you don't have to adjust the little things when you're with the right person. You don't have to adjust the little things because the little things will wear you down. A trickle of water can crack a mountain. It's not the big things. It's not whether or not the girl you dating got a kid. Because up front, you know whether or not you can deal with being a stepdaddy. It's not whether or not the girl is a different ethnicity, race, or culture that you don't think you can deal with. That's an upfront thing that is something you know about. It's not whether or not it's even to the point of you dating somebody that wants to wait for marriage to have sex, and you know that you don't want to wait on marriage. These are upfront big things that you don't have to deal with, deal breakers that stop you from getting into the inside. Now, once you get in there, you like certain things. She's fun. She's this, and the third. And as time goes by, as y'all get older and grow into your adult people that have different experiences, different responsibilities, and different upbringings that don't come out in the beginning, that don't come out in the big person. How long? That's what I'm saying. This is for future reference so that if you're with a person and you're constantly having to adjust your little things, saying that I don't really like that, but it's her. I don't really care for that, but it's her. That makes my ass itch, but it's her. There's only so many times you're supposed to say, but it's her. That's what I mean.
Yet,
That's what I mean.
I have no idea where the number.
Oh, go ahead. He's washing. Oh, do you washing?
I had a situation that was a deal breaker as soon as I met someone.
Uh-huh.
And it was a guy, came over, and I had just cooked, so I offered him some food. And he was like, sure. And then when I put it in front of him, he stared at it like it was, an alien on his plate he'd never seen before. It was just Alfredo.
Uh-huh. Lisa do that sometimes.
Crazy. But then he told me, he was like, oh, well, I only eat stuff like what my mama cooked. And I was like, okay, what's you cook? I figured he was gonna be like, Southern food type thing. His mama only cooked pre-cooked food, like
What?
frozen hamburgers out the freezer department, frozen pizzas, frozen corn dogs, already made stuff. He's like, you got anything like that? No, and I'm not gonna get it.
Wait a minute, huh? Wait, I'm so confused. So he didn't want a real hamburger?
No,
We got butter in there, baby. Can I get it?
What was his problem?
I'm very confused.
no, he
I,
didn't want a real pizza. He didn't want a homemade cooked nothing. He wanted what his mama cooked, and
oh,
she don't cook. She
okay.
microwave. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
no, no.
Well, okay. Oh,
That
okay.
wasn't something that I was ever gonna be willing to adjust to. Nah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yep, 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 yep. I don't know what to say to that, but shit, that
That
date lasted a long time.
was
Hey, baby, that chili oil over there, would you bring it to me? That Chipotle mango? I'm confused as hell, baby, by the way. Oh,
he
no.
liked
Why
what
is
his
that a
mama
foot?
cooked. He only eat the stuff his mama cooked, and I was waiting for him to tell me what his mama cooked. She didn't.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, Krista. He grew up on junk food, and at
Hey,
30
sister.
something, he was still just eating junk food. Yep.
Ah, okay. That threw me. I'm a little blowed out by that. I don't even know
That
what to
was
say
that
to
was
that.
definitely an adjustment. I was not gonna adjust. No.
I don't know what to say to that. Maybe you want some of these noodles?
No.
I don't know what to say to that. Okay. Cause yeah. Well, baby, I take it y'all didn't date for a long time.
That was her
Nope,
boyfriend?
that was the one and only date. That was it. Because he wasn't gonna adjust to real food, and I wasn't gonna adjust to his frozen stuff. So
You wanted frozen dinner.
frozen hamburger. What did he tell me? The frozen hamburgers like you get at the gas station, frozen pizzas, corn dogs, ramen noodles.
Hey, don't fight on ramen noodles, boo.
Well, I'm fine. I'll eat some ramen. I don't have a problem with that. But
I got some ramen right now.
you know, he only wanted whichever one his mama bought, which I'm gonna assume would probably be the one that I don't eat. Top ramen.
Did y'all put the sauce in it? It don't taste like it. That's what I'm saying.
What you over there eating?
No,
Or doctoring up? You're not eating it. You doctoring. What are you doctoring?
for me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
it's just I got some ramen and some. I put a little butter in there and some baked and some boiled eggs, and I got this little chili oil that I'm gonna put in there. A little spice. Got a little spice.
That's what I'm fixing for dinner. I'm cooking some. I'm gonna cook some pork belly.
I'm gonna do that when I'm back cooking again. I'm gonna do some pork belly because I had some from somewhere that was busting. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But yeah, that threw me. That's odd. Okay, well,
That was my one instance that I could say, of a deal breaker, like an immediate. This ain't gonna never work out.
Oh, hey Lisa. Hey Cool. Hey Leilani. Oh my God. I was looking for y'all and I was like, okay, maybe they have switched to another day. I'm gonna go ahead and make me something to eat. I
Now
went in
we
there.
heard.
I'm in there frying me some shrimp and French fry. I done cut up my potatoes. I said, really? Oh my God.
Give me a couple of them shrimp to put in my ramen.
I know, right? And I was gonna wait till after your live to even cook. But I was like, let me go. Maybe it's my cue to go ahead and get me something to eat. It's so much that didn't change, so much that went on in my life. How y'all doing?
What happened? What going on? Hmm.
Y'all got to get all the juicy dirt. First
Hey,
of
come
all,
on,
y'all is known all over this doggone internet.
Oh, you finna talk about what I was witnessing the other day?
Huh?
Because I was in the audience. Is that what we finna talk about?
What you was in the audience where?
In Viewers of You channel.
With me?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. So much can happen, Leilani. I don't know which one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was in a lip, what was it? The contest? A lip. Oh God.
a what?
A pretty lip contest. Some type of lip contest. One of the ladies came up in there and was flirting with me.
Hmm?
And yeah, she said she had seen me in views before, and then she came back and so we talking crap back and forth.
Right.
And she was like, there's a thing going on, her and the view. And so I go over to lip contest. I'm like, well, y'all going over there. I'm going. So the lady said, well, I'm gonna be a judge. So come over there. Make sure you be throwing some nice words and stuff out. Okay, I'm going over there. So I went over there and I'm braiding my real hair. I'm braiding it and everything. And so I was like, okay, no, okay, they going up. I can do what these people doing, but I can do mine with a flair. So I go up there. I enter the contest. What do you know? Huh?
You
I
win?
I won.
I bet you did.
Yeah, but guess what happened? I ended up being in a runner-up spot where they had a first place winner and they
Mm-hmm.
had another young lady in second place. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking because don't none of these people know me. They ain't finna choose me. But after I went back and watched all the things, I was like, man, please. I would have took all y'all money had I really known. But anyway, um,
They was giving out money?
they was giving out money.
Oh, snap. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I ended up being one of the runner-ups.
Oh, okay.
Um, Miss Missy had recently left my house. Um,
Ah.
yeah, she had left because I've been off like all week. Well, what since last week something. You know what? I got to take some time out for me. I was
Right.
just too exhausted. I need some time for me. So I've been off. So she had stopped by to come and bring me some things and stuff, and we chatted up and stuff. But she ended up leaving her work badge thing here.
Uh-huh.
So she had been telling me all day she was coming to get her thing, and I had told her, I was like, well, what I'm gonna do is take my extra key, put it in my car, and then you just go in the car and get the key and just come on in the house.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of this contest where I have to be a runner up. Now she don't know I'm on the internet.
Okay.
So in the middle of me being a runner up, you can see somebody come into my room.
Right.
And I was shocked. I'm looking up like, oh my God, what just happened? Oh, stay focused. Look at the camera, Krista. So I'm smiling, looking at the camera.
Uh-huh.
And now she's questioning me because I'm now being my old BBW sweet and sexy self.
Right.
My old BBW sweet and sexy self did videos topless with
Oh,
just
shit.
wild hair
Oh, shit.
and the makeup and looking that was my thing, and making with the candles and stuff, making everything look nice.
Take your time.
She
Went off.
came in. Yeah. So she came in, she seen me sitting up here with the thing in front of me talking,
Uh-huh.
topless on the bed, got on my little makeup and, and stuff.
Wow.
So
Wow.
afterwards, then she hear that I didn't won, you know. So she
Right.
was like, "What? What is you doing?" And I didn't know what to say. So I just told her, I was like, "Well, I was talking to a couple of friends online, and they were having some type of little gathering, get together. So I went on, and so she's like, but so all of
Why
y'all
you
was
naked?
no clothes on? What type of group is this? What is y'all doing?" I'm like, okay. I said, well, she said, no, I heard somebody ask the other women, somebody asked you, was you naked? And you told them yes, but that you had on something, some underwear. Then I heard other people saying that they naked too. She's like, so what is y'all doing?
Uh,
Yeah.
did she
So,
get mad?
hmm?
She get mad?
Yeah, she got very upset. And I just told her, I was like, well, so we had talked about it. And so she was like, well, you want me to put your key back in your car? You want me to leave it here? I was like, leave it here, of course. I can lock my car from in the house like that. And she kind of like walked out, just walked out. So when she got home, she had texted me
Mm-hmm.
and she said, I don't know what you're doing, but I think I better leave you alone. So
Uh-huh.
I was like, I read the text. I said, you know what? Well, if that's the way you want it, I mean, okay. I was like, because I don't even know what's going on. And she was like, no, because I can. Um, and she left it like that and just didn't say nothing else. So I didn't call. I didn't bother because I don't really know where anything is going anyway. So I'm just like, child,
Okay.
about the party. I'm out here. I'm having fun out here. Shoot, I've been out here partying these YouTube streets. So yeah. And speaking of that, um, I'm getting ready to host a thing with one of the other uh, lesbian, I don't know, gay group thing that they got. It's a sexy eating food challenge thing. I'm just having fun. Okay, I'm just being me, having fun online, and yeah, there's people, they flirt with you and stuff. I'm out here. I got straight ones flirting with that's always been that way. Okay. So yesterday she called me and she
Mm.
asked me if she come over and talk to me.
Oh God.
So I asked her, "What out? You want to talk over the phone? That's fine." She said, "No, I want to talk to you face to face." So she came over.
Mm.
She was she looked different.
Okay.
She made me a
Like
little nervous.
bad, different.
There was anger.
Oh, okay.
There was a little anger there.
Okay.
So, um, being that I'm a woman that has experienced, domestic violence and stuff, I kind of like,
Backed
uh,
up a little bit.
yeah, but I also, start like, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if you, I don't know what that feeling you would call it, where you start like bracing yourself or like getting yourself ready, like to defend
Okay.
yourself. Like
Bracing
if,
yourself. Yeah, you right.
okay, that's brace. Okay.
Yeah.
So we were sitting down in the living room. And then I told her, I said, well, I got something in the kitchen. I said, I was getting ready to make me a cup of coffee. I was like, you want something? I was ready to make some tea. And I know she a coffee drinker. I said, you want a cup of coffee? And she was like, no, but I'll just go in there with you. And, we could sit in the kitchen then and talk. I was like, cool, you know.
Mhm.
So we were sitting there and I told her, I said, well, what do you want to talk about? Because she just kept staring at me. like somebody just keep looking at you. I was like,
Right. Like,
what is
what's
going,
up?
huh?
Like, what's up?
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? So, um, oh, did my phone click off?
No, Lisa dropped off by accident. She'll be back.
Oh, oh, okay. I didn't know because this
Give her
StreamYard
a
is going.
minute. She lost connection. Hold on, y'all.
Oh, okay. So how you been, Layla? I didn't. So you didn't come over to the lip challenge thing?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, y'all didn't get to see me perform. Y'all got to see my performance.
Follow any of those people. So only person I see is View.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know any of the B sector people at all.
Oh, okay. Well, just as if y'all just come in here and just see me, But anyway, so we were in the kitchen, and then she was making me a little really, really nervous. And all in my mind, the only thing I'm thinking of is, you said you would never be in a relationship with me anyways. You acting crazy. What's wrong with you?
What you angry for? And we not
Yeah,
dating.
Yeah, we
yeah,
ain't dating.
yeah. You just, huh?
You not my girlfriend.
We friends. We whatever we is co-workers, because I guess we just co-workers. Your co-worker been out of work and you decided, hey, you need something on my way home. I can rent it. I'm like, yeah, why not? Stop and get me. Yeah, thank you. I
Right.
appreciate it. So, because we're having work done at my house, so we had to park in the back of of our buildings where we live, and it's a mess back there because they're tearing up everything out in the front. So, um, we were sitting there, and then she was like, "You're not gonna ask me. You're not gonna talk. You ain't got nothing to say to me." I
Nope.
said, and that's exactly what I said. I was like, "No." And I turned around and I sat down. I was like, "What do you want me to say to you? You told me you didn't want to talk to me or whatever, and this, whatever. And okay. So you don't want to know why I said that to you?" I was like, "It don't matter. I guess it don't matter." So, um, we were still talking, and then she said, well, if I was in a relationship with you and I came in and caught you the way you was, what do you think I would have been thinking? I said, I don't know. What would you been thinking? I don't know. And she was like, well, I think you're playing games. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know, but this is probably why I shouldn't date you, because I think you're playing games. So I was like, okay, playing games with people that I'm talking to online in other states. I was like, okay, interesting, like that. So then, and she was like, what do you mean they're in another state? I said, those people are in other states. So then I went on and told her that I'd be on YouTube.
Okay.
So I told her I do be on YouTube. I didn't tell her where. I didn't tell her no channel name. I ain't told her none of that stuff. I said I just be on YouTube, hanging out. It's like a streaming thing where a group of people be together, laughing and talking. I said, um, we they could see me at some point, but the whole time my camera was not on. And when my camera went off, and I did lie a little bit because you don't tell people everything. I
Right.
said, when the camera went off, I took my top off because I got a little warm.
Okay. A little warm, but you did get a little warm.
Lies.
It's the
Lies.
lies. What Candy said? It's the lies.
I said, because I had to explain why I was sitting up there with no damn top on and just a pair of damn drawers and all this makeup and shit on.
You didn't have to explain shit.
You're not in
And
a relationship.
You
So
didn't have
you
to explain shit to her.
like,
I
can I
had,
talk? Can I talk for a second? First of all, you're not in a relationship, so you entitled to do whatever you want to do, right? Now, if you was in a relationship, it would have been totally different. You know what I'm saying? But being though not in a relationship, you don't owe her nothing.
Right. Her coming in there, you don't want to know why. You don't want to know how I feel. What if we was in it, but we not?
Mm-hmm.
If we was, then I probably wouldn't have been doing that. Like you wouldn't have walked in and saw me doing something weird.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like your scenario has nothing to do with what happened.
It doesn't make any sense.
Relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that was your girlfriend, you wouldn't need to be online with your titties out. I'm just playing.
Lisa, when y'all see that video, I had the candles burning, everything here.
Hey,
You
she
can
was
see her.
down in the valley where the girls did that.
You can
Bow,
see her
bow,
walk in
bow,
the
bow.
video, and me kind of look up like, "Oh my God, what just happened?" And then I look back down. In the video, you can see, like, yeah,
She'll be all right. I mean, that
yeah.
sounds. See, my thing is that sounds like a little gaslighting to me, and that's irritating to me because that's not necessary. If she want, I'm not about to sit up here and this not no trial run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not no consolation prize. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not none of that shit. So if you want to be my girlfriend, talk to me like you want to be my girlfriend. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, you don't. That's fine. But don't
That's what.
come in here asking me, what the hell I'm doing. I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
the fuck I want wrong. I won't
Mm-hmm.
be on this bitch butt booty ass naked. Keep messing with me.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was just telling her. I said, well, first of all, we're not in a relationship. You know, I said, I don't really know what we was doing. I said, because, and I just started telling her basically everything that kind of like I shared with y'all. And I said, so I was just laying up here. I was bored. I said, I didn't really even know if you was going to come here or if you was just going to put a piece of tape across your uniform and they all know you at the hospital. So what's the difference? You know what I mean? And put your name on it with a magic marker. I didn't know, and, I said, but you did happen to come here or whatever. So, and then I just told her, I said, well, so what is it that you're really, really that upset about? What is it that upsets you? Is it just that you didn't know what was going on? Do you feel better to know that I was just chilling with some people in other states and now we back friends? I mean, where do you think we're going from here? And that's when she was just like, well, I know what I told you, but obviously I care about you because I'm spending time and stuff. I said, no, that's not obvious. That's not obvious. That's not obvious to me. And I said, but you know what? I said, I think because of what I have been through in the past and the way you just handle things, it has made me a little bit nervous. And I don't like that feeling, you know, and that's something I promise to never put myself through again, you know. And of course, she was just like, "Well, I ain't touch you. I ain't do. You went through all of that." I said, "No, no, no. That's not it. If I feel like a person is intimidating me in any kind of way, I back away because I choose not to be in anything like that. Not where I feel like a person is making me nervous to the point where I have to defend myself. I know I talk a gang of bull crap. I know this, that, and the other thing every now and then. I said, but the reality is I would never, ever want to go through an abusive relationship of no sort again, ever in my life, you know.
Right.
And I feel like you're, a little bit, a little intimidating right now. So we haven't talked. We only talked on the phone, you know,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's what happened.
Wow. What'd she say about that when you told her that?
She just, what I get? Because I've never seen this side of her. I
Mm,
think she's one of those people when she's upset, she kind of shuts up. You know how some people won't say anything to avoid saying something that they may have to take back? That's what
right.
I picked because she just was like quiet. Like, you know how somebody be quiet and like they just thinking. Like I'm the kind of person when I shut up, get nervous. But as long as I'm talking, child, it's okay. Ain't nothing gonna really happen. That's all my energy is going into my words. Ain't nothing gonna happen. But when I get quiet, be careful.
I don't
Be
think that went the way she thought it was gonna go.
Mm-mm.
I
It
don't
did.
think I don't think that your willingness to give her space and time and to still talk to her like you liked her, even after she said what she said, put her at a what's the word I'm looking for? Not disadvantage. Put her in a place to where she thought she had. Remember how
control. She had
yeah,
control of like the relationship or
you
something.
remember how I said that there's always one person more in love than the other person?
I was listening to you saying that today. I was in the kitchen. I'm like, oh my God.
And
And I couldn't
she's the other person.
be
She
talking.
assumed that you were more in love with her than
Mm,
she was feeling for you. So
that's
she
what my
thought she
sister
could
told
come in and say
me.
some slick shit. And that because she was acting like she wanted to be with you,
Mm-hmm.
you were going to bow down and be like, oh no, that's not what it was. We was just talking and we was just having fun. They didn't see nothing. You know how I feel about you. That's what she was hoping that her stance was going to get from you.
She was
When
waiting
you
for the apology. That's why she was like, "You ain't got
right,
nothing to say to me." No.
Yeah, I didn't know her no apology. The mess with my like, I'm telling you, that's what my sister told me. My sister said, if you hadn't been on that camera, who knows what would have happened? She said, because you can see like a little nervousness in your eye in on that video when she was kind of like walking past and her you can just see her shadow like and I kind of like looked up, kind of. But my sister was like, she she thought, she thought she had just, like, yeah.
she thought she had the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she thought. She thought that she had the upper hand in this situation because she had laid out her ground rules and you
Mm-hmm.
were going to abide by her ground rules. And because you were, for lack of a better term in her estimation, abiding by her ground rules, you were still talking to her and being friendly with her, but you were still talking to her and being friendly to her, even after she said that she didn't want to date you.
Mm-hmm.
So in her mind, she's like, you know what? I'm good. I got a backup plan. I ain't got to be by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gotta be alone. I ain't gotta feel some kind of way. She like me.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be here while I'm trying to figure out what I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what that is. She'll be here while I'm trying to figure out what I want.
Mm-hmm.
No, no the hell I won't be, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You better get it.
Or until I finish this relationship I'm already
I'm
in. She wanted
already
me to
in.
be a good back burner chick. That's what you was a back burner chick.
Mm.
Cause
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of somebody, it is a thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
Because the person that you're taking care of, even though they tell you thank you and you know you're doing it out of love, a lot of
Yeah.
times, however, it is not a 24-hour day job.
Mm-hmm.
It is when you need me,
Mm-hmm.
when you sleep. What you doing? You're not taking care. You're not sleeping for it. So she had every opportunity to have a real relationship, a regular relationship with somebody, regardless of whether or not she was taking care of mama.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So either she was using that as an excuse not to take it any further because she already had a further somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
or she wanted to play around.
Yeah.
But she
That's
knew
what I.
you liked her, so she figured that if she held you just this off, she
Mm-hmm.
didn't push you all the way away. If she held you off just enough,
Mm-hmm.
then when she got tired of playing around, or when she wanted somebody, it's get ready to be cold, it's cuffing season, slow down.
Mm-hmm.
It's get ready to be booed up in the house season.
And my cousin was like, and next time you do meet somebody, even if you are interested in women now or whatever you getting ready to do now, I mean, not my cousin, my sister, she was like, you don't have to tell a person that you never, um, dated a woman. She said, because maybe in her childish mind of thinking that, because we all got that little childish side or way of thinking, she was like, "Oh, well, she gonna, be thinking that something different." I said, "I actually was thinking that, something may be a little bit different, you know." Oh, is that? Oh, she didn't bounced off again.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. That's how I was like, "Oh my God, you should have heard me trying to get in here in the room before everything y'all had clicked off." I was like, they gotta hear this. And I'm thinking, I said, well, maybe they just gonna do it on Thursday now or something. Because I noticed last week. Was it last week? Y'all had did that on Thursday? Did the Lisa live on Thursday?
Was it on a Thursday? I don't even remember.
Yeah, because it wasn't Wednesday. I don't think it was Wednesday. Because I think that's when I went over there to Mel Pam. Yeah. Oh, she back.
Oh, I did it Thursday. I ain't feel good. I wasn't feeling fluffy last week,
Okay.
so I really didn't feel good Wednesday. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah, no, she just
Mm-hmm.
if a lot of straight or bi-curious women get into a relationship with women thinking it's going to be exponentially different than being with a man, but the reality is that the
Mm-hmm.
relationships themselves are not don't have any sexuality applied to them, because men act like women and women act like men. It's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You act like you act. You're not gonna get, if you thought because you got to a woman you weren't gonna get your feelings hurt. I don't know what to tell you. If you
Right.
thought that you was gonna come over here, you are gonna have excuse me, you are gonna have some differences. Women are You will have more of an emotional connection with the woman because she understands what you're
Mm-hmm.
going through.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that will be different.
Mm-hmm.
Her knowing how to talk to you will be different.
Mm-hmm.
Because a man would have just came in there blasting. What the fuck you doing? Pow, pow. A woman knows. I'm just saying, it is what it is. But as far as the basics of a relationship, it's the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
she kind of like went over and well, I got like a chair over on the, by the window.
uh,
And she just went on over there until um, she see me click my phone off.
well, the reality is, you should look. If you like her, you like her. That ain't on nobody else to reconcile but you.
Right.
If she gives you the heebie-jeebies every now and again, honor your heebie-jeebies because they're there for a reason. Your heebie-jeebies and those feelings and that women intuition and that unspeakable thing that you really can't put into words, that keeps you from going left instead of right and keeps you going up instead of down.
Mm-hmm.
Honor that shit. We need to stop pushing that to the side and honor that because it's there for a reason.
It's been a little different now, especially like with me and her.
So
It's
if you don't feel, I mean, or and also as women, we think that we can, just like with men, for
mm-hmm.
some reason, we think that everybody can read our fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't articulate what is on your mind, the
Mm-hmm.
person that you're trying to get your point across to will never get your point.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just look at them and hope that your thought jump into their head.
Right.
If you got something with her, I mean, if you got an issue, let her know. And tell her, say, look, you know what? I thought this is where this was going, but I can see that you're playing with me and it's not. So to keep us both from being sitting up here miserable, I'm gonna let you do you and I'm gonna go over here and go my way. So I don't have to worry about you hanging on over here. That way I ain't gotta worry about hurting your feelings enough.
Mm-hmm.
As my wife would say, I don't mean to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
But when somebody tell you that, they do mean, by the way. But anyway, she telling me, she'll say, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. Yes, you do. But that's beside the point. That's what my wife would say. I don't
Like
mean to
they're
hurt
supposed to
your
make you
feelings.
feel better. They're supposed to ease the
Right,
pain
it's
just a
supposed to
little
ease
bit.
the pain.
I'm
Or
rubbing your
whatever.
shoulder while I'm hurting your feelings.
I'm going to ease the pain, but I'm about to fuck you up. Slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down, gym shoes. I'm about to fuck you up. But yeah,
Yeah.
so if you like her, if you still like her, and if you think that this was just a miscommunication between you two, then talk to her.
Yeah, I just rather just be like, like I said, if she needs somebody to talk to about her mom's care or whatever, I don't know. Anything, that's fine. But as far as,
I don't think
away
that's.
with her and holding hands and doing all of that.
I don't think that's feasible. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Mm.
your relationship is not a friend relationship. I told you that before. You liked her, and that negates all the friend stuff.
But I can unlike people. I don't like
But
them.
she's going to still tap into that. That's why I say either y'all was gonna figure out what y'all was gonna be or be nothing. Because excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
someone's in my throat.
Mm-hmm.
Make
That's
my throat itch, and it make did anybody. This quick question: does anybody throat, eye, ear itch at the same time?
yeah, it's all connected.
That shit is killing me.
It's all connected. Your ears, nose, and throat. It's all
I feel
connected.
like my nostrils is itching to where I can't reach it, and my eyeball is itching in the back. It's just too much in the back that I can't touch. I want to scratch it. But
Yeah.
anyway, okay.
Allergy season.
Look. Say what?
Yes, that's what I was telling people on the other panel. I was like, some people think it's only allergy season when the flowers is blooming. No, when they get ready to shut down and go to sleep, it's allergies in the air, honey.
It
There's
just
a lot.
starts shooting out pollen. Hey, get this, get this. This is for you. But y'all didn't have a friendship. Y'all weren't friends. You liked her, she liked you.
Mm-hmm.
Not as friends, but you liked.
She liked me, but because of my past, she knew that it
Yep.
wouldn't go no further,
She
according to
lied,
her.
bro. She lied. She
She
lied.
lied. She
That was
lied.
a
She
lie. That
wanted
was
to keep you
gambling.
on the. No, she lied. She
Yeah.
liked you. You liked her. She wanted to keep you here in a specific space, in a specific box, doing specific things. But y'all ain't never been friends. So you're not going to be able to just talk about your mama and not hold hands. I just don't fuck with her no more.
Yeah, that's what
Either
I'm
you gonna
saying.
figure out. I mean, completely. Don't talk to her. Don't call her.
Yes,
Do her
yeah.
phone. Just block that shit so she can't. So you can't even see her number on your phone.
No, I didn't block her, but I don't call her. I don't do anything like that. But I did not block her. I did not block her off my
So
phone.
you ain't got to see her on your phone, and so that she knows she's blocked. And then if she knows, let me tell you why you block them. Because then that's when you see how they really feel too.
Mm.
Block her ass, and then when she try to call you, see when she show up at your desk or your door.
Mhm.
Because
Oh,
at the end of the day, she was foul. The way she came at you was foul.
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't have said nothing to you. You weren't her woman.
Mm-hmm.
You made her no uncertain terms that I can't date you because of whatever, whoop de whoop. Yeah,
Those was her
cool.
words, not mine. Those was her words, not mine.
So
And
if
I
I
was
want to put my left titty nipple on the computer, that is none of your business. If I want to type out a goddamn email with my right titty nipple, again, none of your business. I'm just saying, when folks get to telling me what, because here's the thing, I am all for everything. Do you? But I hate when people do that because I've had that done to me. I'm
Okay.
not your woman, but you gonna act like I am. When
Mm.
somebody else looking at me, you gonna grab me around my waist. You gonna throw your arm over my shoulder. You gonna
Mhm.
open my door. You gonna close my door. You gonna mean mug folks. But I'm not your woman.
Mhm.
Talk to somebody. But if I talk to somebody, your face balled up.
Mhm.
Tell me about the girl that got away. But if I get to moving, you pull me back. So
Mhm.
I've had that, and it is a roller coaster ride that I don't suggest for anybody because it leaves you in a state of limbo, and your heart is the one that gets hurt in it.
Mhm.
It's not your head, it's not your brain. Your heart gets beat up, and that back and forth in somebody's situation when they don't know exactly where they want to place you, but they know they want you there. So I'm gonna just stick you here.
Mhm.
That's why I said if you got to choose between two people, choose neither of them because you don't want either of them because they're not fulfilling you the way you need to be fulfilled. And you can't just have people sitting over there waiting on you to figure out where you want to be at.
Mhm.
It is it is devastating
Mhm.
to love somebody to distraction and you barely being liked on.
Mhm.
So no, don't choose either of them. If you
Mhm.
find yourself in a situation where I got two men or two women, then you just got two men or two women, and you need to let them know who they are to you.
Right.
Because you
Yeah.
never know, you might find out that everybody want to play in this party, or nobody want to be in the party. But you got to give them the option. Don't be sitting over there, have this girl thinking that not you,
Mhm.
or this guy, this girl thinking that you that you are my one and only. The only person I think about is you. The first call in the morning is you, and the last call at night is you. When I get up, I think of your face. When I go to sleep, I think of your lips. That is
Mhm.
all. Don't have that person thinking that. Because if
Mhm.
there's some other girl out here can call you that one and only, no.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's some ladies online now that's, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
You better go. You better look. Look here. Charlotte. No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they've been questioning me too. They like, wait a minute, what's going on with you? And
You
don't
cool.
worry about that part. Don't worry about that part. No,
As
but
as Jamin Hunsu said, give us free. I am free.
yeah, but I just wanted to tell you about, old girl.
We
That was,
got a whole lot going on. Look at that. I leave you alone for a week and look what happened.
no, ain't that crazy?
Look at.
Yeah, yeah, it got really.
Was she supposed to just come in?
She had left her work badge,
Mm-hmm.
and she had went to work a couple times, and because people know her, she's been there for years, just like myself. So they would just let her in, but you can't get in and out the hospital without your thing. And plus, she kept having to have the supervisor to actually sign her in, because when you use your badge thing, you know how back in the day you had the time clock and all of that stuff.
Right.
Well, now your badge does everything.
Got you in. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and lock you out. And then the supervisor, told her, when you gonna get you? And she was just like, I just ain't had a chance to get back to where my thing is to go get it. And so then she was just like, but she had to wait till one of the other aides that come and help her mother when she's working.
All right.
That she more cool with them, so they'll stay a little longer. The ladies
Mm-hmm.
like a husband or somebody to pick her, and kids or whatever that pick her up,
Right.
and she'll stay a little bit longer. Like, or if she needs something to do, she got something to do, the lady will tell her, and then she'll pay the lady, under the
Oh, okay.
table, that kind of stuff go. So she had to really wait for her to come so that but and I had just told her that my extra door key would be in the car. I would leave it in the car for her. And I just left my car where she can, get in. So, because you got to park in the back over here, because they're doing work out here in front of my building where our steps and stuff. And, that way she can get in through the back by using the extra key that was in the car.
Mm.
Mm.
And I was just
Yeah.
like,
But
the way you said, like what you were saying, and then you was, saying she was like, you want me to leave your key, and then, but it was like, then she was telling you everything she heard. So it's like she came in quietly and then stood there listening.
yeah, I
for a
was
while,
shocked. I was shocked.
and then finally made her presence known, with attitude or whatever. So I was
Yeah.
like, was she supposed to just sneak in like that and just stand
Yeah.
there?
I didn't hear the door close. I didn't hear nothing, because I would have just told them, child, I forfeit. Just let the other girl have the money and stuff. Child, she win. If I would have like heard my door or something closed or something, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I wouldn't
she
have.
came in real quiet. That's
I
why I
was
had.
in the middle of the video. You could see it. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Maybe she thought she was gonna sneak in and get a little sneak, but then no, I'm joking, but I'm
Wait a
not.
minute.
I'm joking, but I'm not. She might. Now, all jokes aside, she might thought her her sneaking because she had no reason to assume nobody else would be there or anything. So she might have thought that she was gonna come in and sneak up on you and give you a little something to remember her by, maybe see how you respond to her. But then it threw off when you were talking and you were an actual person.
That time that me and her finally do something, I told her, no,
Right.
I
She
can
might
never
have
do that with
thought,
nobody that told me they can't be in no relationship with me. No, that's a no. I wouldn't give
well,
up.
they
Now you
don't
about
think
to see
like
the
that, my
other
love.
side.
I don't give a shit
Huh?
about that because in her head, that didn't mean anything. In her head, she was just saying that she was letting you know that she couldn't be in a relationship with you. But that doesn't mean you should wait for her to change her mind. If you don't, I promise you, people think that crazy shit. They will tell you that this, and the third, but expect you to read their mind and hold on
Yeah, wait for me.
and
Earn me.
wait for me now. Now
Mhm.
I'm gonna get it, but you just sit there and wait while I figure out what I want. You can't do nothing, and you can't be with nobody else, and you can't talk to nobody else, and you can't go out with nobody else, and you can't flirt with nobody else. You just wait for me to figure out what I want. And as soon as I figure it out, I'll let you. You'll be the third to know, because the second to know will be the first two people I told that shit to. She done aggravated me now, so I feel like I'm gonna tell her shit. Because at first I was like, I can understand, but when they start, as I think about it, when you start telling somebody something they ask you, you ask her whether or not she want, you answer that.
Yeah.
You ask her what you felt about a relationship. When she felt the need to tell you I couldn't be in a relationship with somebody
She told me. She
domestic
told
violence.
why because when you getting to know somebody, I think it's important for people to know if you didn't been in an abusive relationship and stuff, or if you didn't been in a relationship where, I don't know, anything important like that, you need to share that with a person, because everybody don't want to be with people that didn't been in certain types of things in relationships,
You're
me,
correct.
and then I'm sharing that with you, and the only thing you could say is, oh, so I'm just like, oh, okay.
You
All
did
right.
better than me, because I would have been like, well, all right, then I bless you. Look, bless your heart. I'm about to go. Okay, because let me tell you something. My wife will tell you, I'm not a big caller on the phone. Like Lonnie will tell you. Now I talk if I got something to talk about, but as far as just calling people, because I don't like bothering people. I feel like, because I be bothered when my phone ring, even if I don't mind, it's still when it ring, I be look at it like it did something to me. So I'm not a big caller, even especially when I'm getting to know somebody, because I don't want to feel like I'm forcing somebody to talk to me.
Okay.
I don't want to feel like I am impeding on somebody's privacy, that I am getting into where I'm not wanted. Because if this person wanted to talk to me, I've told you. Because I mean, I don't just hope you're going to read my mind. You know that I like you.
Right.
So if you're not calling me, that means you don't want to talk to me. So I'm not just going to sit up there and run behind somebody. Now I text you. I hit you with a good morning. Or how you doing?
Yeah.
What you got going on today? Just to gauge where you are. And if you respond to my text, then yay. If you call me, then yay. If you don't, then that means I have let you know that I'm thinking about you.
Right.
But I have not been invasive. Because that's just me. I don't want to be invasive, because I have wanted somebody who didn't want me. And that shit is ridiculous. So these are things you learn as you go.
Right.
So I'm not a big caller. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. If you want to hang out with me, or come hang out with me. I mean, I'm not the kind of person you can't pop up on, because if I'm talking to you, I'm just talking to you.
Right.
I ain't gonna have a whole bunch of folks over at my house to,
when I'm with one, I'm not. I'm not.
if I like you, I got too much. I'm trying my damnedest to get with you. I can't be sitting up there trying to remember everybody's name, because I be the fuck around, call somebody the wrong thing, got popped in the lip, and it's a whole nother situation. So I can't be sitting there trying to remember you. So if I got just one person, I ain't got to remember nobody.
Right.
But I also can't just assume that I'm your one and only.
Mm,
I can't just assume that.
yeah.
So she thought what she thought was I like her, but
Mm-hmm.
now she's giving me an out.
Mm,
I can take my time.
mm-hmm.
I can explore my options, and she'll still be there because I know she likes me. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because when she came in there with the big swole neck, I know her neck was swole. I know her neck was swole. I know she came in there like she looked a little bigger than she normally do, don't she? Did she? She
I
looked a
didn't know
little
what was going on. I
She
was
looked a little bigger because she was mad because she was like, you weren't supposed to be available to anybody but her.
Child.
Not even online. You weren't supposed to be available to anybody but her, even online.
Right.
So when you made yourself available to her, that swole her neck up. Her booty hole clenched up. Her shoulders got tight. And she like, you ain't got nothing to say to me?
Yeah, I'm like, what? Got nothing to say to you.
Hello, bitch. I don't know what the fuck you want.
Child.
I know that somebody gonna be the, I know. I'm glad I'm married and off the market. Cause at this age, I'd be a motherfucking poster in 3 days.
Poster.
Mhm. I'd be on the post in 3 days because somebody to put my ass in the ground in a box. Because I'd have said some slick shit out my mouth. I'd be like, I ain't got
And
shit.
see, Lisa,
Fuck you.
that's one of the things I have to be careful of because if you back me into a corner, I can get real slick mouth. I
Shit.
can get real
I ain't even
slick.
got to be in no motherfucking corner. I'm slick mouth to going to the corner. I'm in the corner. I'm talking about your mammy. I'm
Oh,
in the corner. I'm talking about your mammy. And I don't care who's your mammy, your grandmammy, your grandpappy. I am
but
talking
I
about
never
your
ever
children.
really felt. But I never felt the a need to like be that way with her.
I'm not
You
saying
know.
my everything I'm talking about her is conjecture, and it
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
approximation of how she may have been feeling. However,
Yeah.
she chose that road because
Yeah.
y'all could have been exploring each other in a dating situation.
Mhm.
Y'all could have been exploring. Y'all could have been exploring it, but
Mhm.
she wanted you in a holding pattern, which is why after she said what she said, and you still wanted to talk to her, and you still held her down, and you still held hands, and you still made moves.
Mhm.
That's why she was still doing what she was doing
Mhm.
because you let her know that it was okay to do it.
Mm.
And that's not a bad thing. I mean, you liked her. And she
I
said that
did.
she couldn't date anybody like that. And maybe that's not true. Clearly it wasn't true because when she came in the house like a silverback, man, clearly she's not true. But
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. Hey, say what the fuck you mean. If she liked you, she should have just been out with it. Should have
Yeah.
been out with it. She liked you, and
I
it is
said like
what it is.
everything happens for a reason, and you just girl, just do you. Because my sister, she do like the dating online,
Hmm.
um, like the dating site things.
Right.
And so you know, she always was encouraging me and I just told her, I said, girl, I ain't good with no computer. And then I don't know these people. I don't know. I can't do that stuff. I wouldn't know what to do. I'll be probably somewhere talking about, huh,
Well,
you know.
you work in the public with the public, and you're not. I mean, if dating online serves a purpose, it has a purpose. If
Okay.
that's your only what's the word I'm trying to say? If that's your only option, if you have other options, try 'em. If you're not comfortable online, don't do online. I mean,
I'd rather meet somebody and know like, I want to know how you smell, I don't know. I don't know cuz I don't want to get close to somebody and I ain't never seen you and And then we get close because we talking and we find we got a lot in common. And then I'm just like, what's
I'm
this?
not
What's
physically attracted to you.
yeah. Yeah. Or vice versa. They could not be physically attracted to me,
Right.
So, that's what I told my cousin. I said, I guess my sister, keep saying my cousin. My sister is like, um, I guess I'm just old fashioned. I'd rather meet somebody face to face. And if it happens, it happens. But I don't know. She always tried to encourage me. You should date online. You should. I'm like,
I mean, you're in New York. New York has a lot of options. You should take yourself on a date. Go to a speed date thing. Take your
mm,
ass out to a club when there's adults only, like 35 and up.
But the whole thing is, Lisa, like I told you before, I'm not really looking. I only talked to her because she was like in pursuit of me, and I'm just like, well, why
I
not?
wasn't really looking, but you liked her and you liked the option.
Yeah, once I got to talking to her and stuff, I did. I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should, this.
But
But
she showed you that you may not be actively looking, but it's something in you that wants that. Because if you
mhm,
weren't looking, she couldn't have got in there.
right,
So you want it. You just don't know how to go about it. You don't want to use the this way or that way. And it's not like before when we could just walk up to somebody in the grocery store. It's just a
mhm.
whole lot more attached to it. So we had to adapt. And online is that's how I met DC.
After what this man told me last week,
What is that?
he seen me and he said, "Hmm." Kept staring. Somebody keeps staring, and we standing in the store in the line,
Mhm.
and he just kept staring. And he said, he's like, you know what? He said, you're a very nice looking lady. I said, thank you. And then he just kept shaking his head. So I'm like, child, what, Lord? And I only went in there for some black pepper. And then he said, he said, boy, he said, too bad I don't date midget pussy.
The,
What?
the
Too
fuck?
bad he do not date midget pussy.
You say that out loud?
Yeah. We were standing in the store line and I just looked back like, what? Yeah.
I'm very confused. What?
That I was short because I'm 5'2".
Nigga, that's not a midget.
Then like, well,
That's not a midget.
I'm like, that's okay because I don't date assholes. I mean,
And I'm looking at him like, what make you
That's
think that I'm just out
that's
here
regular
looking
woman
for you?
size. What the hell?
I didn't even see, Lisa, I just gave him a look like, child, what makes you,
Midget?
where is these people coming from? What makes you think that you sitting up here looking like Denzel Washington
I
and
ain't
I'm
trying,
falling at your feet?
I ain't
I,
trying to be funny. This age of men, the way they've been acting lately,
Mm,
I am not mad that I like coochie. All I
yeah,
gotta say.
yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it there. Now I did, not the women, not the lesbian relationships or any more better, but men have been acting an ass lately.
Yeah. They really think they the prize out here.
Men
I don't
have
know.
been acting a smooth ass lately. They just alpha men and body counts and virgins and women shouldn't work or women shouldn't make too much money or you
Mm,
supposed to cook and clean and submit to me and bless
mm.
their little heart. They just been acting an
I just
ass
said,
to me.
what makes you think that I'm just couldn't wait for him to say anything to me just so I can hear him. I'm like, I don't even know this man.
Bless their heart, Jesus.
A
Hmm.
midget.
Y'all need the men need a I don't know
Yeah,
what the hell they need. They need something. I
I
think.
don't know. I went to the store just to grab some black pepper and I was coming back home.
Between not being able to tell a man no unless you get cussed out or hit in the face with a brick or
You know that went through my head, right? And then I'm like, I think Leilani said that lady had made it up or something.
I know she
But
got
I
came out.
was nervous.
The man finally came out.
men still act crazy.
The man finally came out. Who did it?
Oh,
Yeah, the man finally said, "I'm the one that did it." I guess he figured one nobody gonna do nothing to him because the reality is men don't get it. Doesn't happen. Women are assaulted and sexually assaulted on a daily basis, and men have no fear of jail because they don't go to jail.
Mm,
The first thing they say is, "What did you do to cause it? What were you wearing? Where were you at? Where were you walking? What were you doing? Is
mm,
your word against his word? I
yeah.
don't want to mess up his life with this sentence.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been wearing that. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have been there."
Yep.
And that's
Listen,
just
I ain't
how
never
women
heard.
have to deal with. That's just something that we have to deal with. And we have to deal with not being virgin enough, not being submissive enough, not
Mm,
being prim enough, not being proper enough.
mm-hmm.
But we gotta cook and we gotta clean and we gotta wash their clothes and we damn near gotta wash their ass. We gotta take care of their little crotch goblins, and then they sit up here and want to tell everybody how awesome daddies they are when they ain't seen their kids in 3 weeks. And they live in the house with their children. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about absentee fathers or single parents. I'm talking about all these men that get up here talking about all their high value, and they live in the house with their kids and they ain't seen their kids in 3 weeks. But
Mm-hmm.
it's our fault.
Hmm.
You can't tell a man no. You can't say no thank you. You can't not give him your phone number. You're scared to walk to your car by yourself. You're scared to leave your job by yourself. You're scared to sit in a restaurant by yourself.
Yeah, because some man may do this or that. Yeah.
And they think that we just making this shit up, and I'm just making it all sound crazy, but that's
Mm.
reality.
It is. I couldn't believe that. I have never ever, really, I was like, that is so rude. That was like so rude.
And they have all these podcasts of men getting together saying what women are supposed to be like, what
Yeah.
women are supposed to do.
One man here on YouTube, and I was just like, where did this jerk come from?
Oh, it's a bunch of jerks, baby.
Oh,
It's a whole pasalum. It's not just one. It is for every one podcast you hear, baby. It is 2,000 out there of men sounding the exact same.
yeah, this one, he was real, like he was like king of the hill. And I'm thinking, you're at home in your home instead of out there working. Why don't you go out there in real society and talk that crap and see how far you get or
I'm
how
in,
good they make you feel?
but they don't care because I'm telling you, because there is a woman out there who will date them, and that's actually the saddest
Yeah,
part about it. The
yeah, the women,
saddest part about it is that there are women who will make excuses for these men. Who
yeah,
will be in a relationship with somebody regardless of how they get treated because it's better to have a man than not to.
huh.
There's women who would have listened to what he said and giggled
That's what they
and
was
been like,
doing in his live.
I ain't no bitch.
They was in his live online when the one I had seen here online. They was right there in the thing talking about. Mhm.
I'm talking about the one where the man called you a midget. It would have been
Oh,
some
at the
woman he would have did that.
store.
Yeah, it would have been
Mhm.
some
The
woman he would have
store.
said that shit to. Would have been like, I'm not a midget. Why you say that?
Oh, I ain't say nothing because I thought that man was crazy or something. Because I ain't understand him ever saying anything to me. Period.
that was his come on line. That was his line.
Oh,
Because
well,
he
failed.
wanted you to what's the word? He wanted you to plead your case, and why your pussy wasn't a midget. Now I don't know how it got to be a midget. It's
He
on the
he
inside.
don't even know what my body part looked like. That's what I'm looking at him like. What?
Well, you probably want a midget.
Well,
Now, and you ever notice it don't never be nobody. My thing is this: if you gonna act a ass, at least be fine. At least be
mm-hmm.
physically attractive. At least
Yeah.
give me something to look at while I
Mm-hmm.
take your shit. At
Mm-hmm.
least give me something to go. You know what? At least be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It don't never be nobody fine. It don't never be nobody pretty. It don't never be nobody with a good job or some good dick or some good coochie. It's never motherfucker. Every motherfucker that always talk shit is always raggedy as hell. Taco
Mm-hmm.
meat hair, musty as fuck, dusty, ashy as hell. Their knuckles look like they bust rocks with them.
I told my
They,
thank
they
you. I
got a
told
little
my oh go ahead. I'm sorry.
they got a little penis that they barely can hold in the damn toilet, and they want to be mad with you. Like
Mm-hmm.
you the one made it small. Be mad at your mama.
Mm-hmm. I told my sister, I said, maybe um he couldn't believe that I just said thank you. I said, because a lot of women don't know how to accept a compliment when somebody tell them that, your shoes are nice, you're pretty, you're, nice skirt, dress set, or whatever it is that you got on. They don't know how to just say thank you. They'll say, oh, this old thing, or oh, I don't look cute today because I ain't got my hair. I don't do all of that. I just say thank you.
Yeah, but they do say thank you, and then and you said thank you, and see what he did.
Yeah.
When they do say thank you, they say thank you.
And
Can I
then,
get
but
your
then they
number?
make excuses to point out negative things about themselves, But I'm not one of those people. I just say thank you, because you didn't have to give me a compliment. You didn't have to say anything nice to me. You could have kept your mouth closed and just thought it in your head.
But
But
the
if
kid
you
part,
say,
it wasn't even a compliment.
huh?
It wasn't a compliment because he
And
ended
I,
up with
it
he
was
ended
under,
up with
yeah,
with
with the insult.
yeah. It wasn't a compliment. It was. Let me stop her to talk to her, and the way that I do that is with compliments.
Yeah,
Because if it was a compliment, it would have just been thank you and walked on.
yeah.
That's a new thing that men are doing now. You give a compliment and then you give an insult, and then you give a compliment and you give an
Oh.
insult.
Oh, see, I don't know. Because I don't really listen, outside of going to work, I come home. Occasionally I'll stop at the store, but most of the time I even order my groceries in because I don't even want to go in stores no more because they shooting up stores and all of that stuff here. So, but I just happened to run out of black pepper and had to go to the store,
You
but
don't understand that
I
shit.
don't be out here. I don't be out here. I think I be enough in the public at work. I'm cool. That's it. I've had my dose, you know. But yeah, I didn't even know that. Thank you for telling me. So I'll be on the lookout. Next time somebody said, I'll just act like I ain't hear nothing and just keep staring
But I
the other
don't
way.
understand it. I mean, I don't understand. I'm just old. Fuck it. I don't understand it.
Me too. I guess I don't either.
I don't.
I'll say Lonnie's word for it that this
Because
is
you said if somebody had said, "Well, it's too bad they don't like midget pussy," I'd bust out laughing.
I
I'd
did.
bust out
Lisa,
laughing.
I ain't gonna lie. When I got to my car, I was because of course I had to hurry up and call my sister. I told her everything. I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna believe this. And
I
I'm
was
driving off laughing to myself, like, call me a midget. It said
I'm gonna
I had
call my
midget
sister. The
pussy.
killer part is see this how I know I'll end up on the postal. Because in front of him, I would have called my sister and asked her, "What the fuck is midget pussy, girl? This man said something about you don't fuck midget pussy. What the fuck is midget pussy?" And I put on speakerphone because she's stupid as I am. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Do midgets have? I mean, I'm assuming they got them. I don't know if are they special coochies.
I was like, I ain't never heard that
This is
before.
how I absolutely know I would end up on a T-shirt or a goddamn missing poster. Cause I'd have been ahead a whole thing. Cause I got to the point now where I feel like that cussing you out is not enough. I need to hurt your feelings. I need your feelings to hurt. So in the store where people could hear, I would
Mhm.
call my extra loud ass sister, and she would answer. Because the first thing I would have said was, "Girl, what is midget pussy? This man just told me I was pretty, but he don't fuck midget pussy." Now I know I'm short, but shit, I didn't know midgets was 5'5". Well, shit, and she would have been extra loud. Midget pussy. That what he said? Midget pussy. Must be good pussy. I would have asked somebody. I'm this side of being ghetto as fuck. I would have asked the first person walk by. "Excuse me, sir. You know anything about midget pussy?"
They would
You
have
know,
thought I was a real nutcase, Lisa. They would have been like,
I would have asked. I would have. Excuse me, you're a man, and this man said. See how I called him out. See,
And
that's why I know I'll be able to.
and afterwards he just standing in back of me, just still waiting on, you know, his place in line like I'm waiting, to pay for our stuff.
I'd have moved because I'd have been like, you don't get the fuck out. Because after a while, after I hurt your feelings and you still near me, I feel like you want to fight. So since I'm not stupid enough to fight a man, I'd be like, let me move. Because I feel like I need to fight you. And since I know I might not beat you, let me move. Let me move.
I hear shooting and killing people. I know what that man had up his sleeve. I'm scared. I'm scared of these people.
And that's the messed up part. I mean, we was raised in the time when you fight. We weren't
Yeah.
raised in the shooting time. We was raised and you fight. You fight, you go on. Now
Yeah.
these kids, they don't even live to fight another motherfucking day. They just shoot and hope they hit somebody.
I know it. That's crazy.
Grown ass men out there hitting people with bricks and shit and shooting at people that tell them no and following women down the street, cussing them out because these two girls were sitting in an outside restaurant. Somebody was taking a video of it. This was from a few years ago. These two girls were sitting in an outside restaurant in a busy place, like New York, but it might not have been New York, but it was somewhere that had a lot of outside restaurants. People walk up and down, and you could, if you wanted to, interact with the people in the restaurant. That's how close it was to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So they were just sitting there eating their stuff, and the dude asked for the little girl because I remember she had a blonde wig on. Because I remember thinking that wig didn't go with her face, but that was just a personal thing. That's the only reason I happen to remember this case. So she was sitting there, and he said something about her number, and can I get your number? You're beautiful. She said no, thank you for whatever reason. She didn't. You really couldn't hear what she was saying because then he started cussing. What the fuck? The next thing you know, he pulled a gun out and started shooting at him.
See, that's why I'm telling you, these people is see, I'm scared.
The girl in New York, the guy followed her into her apartment. She said, no, I have a boyfriend. He shot her on the stairs and killed her. This is not something that we making up. These are not stories that come off YouTube or TikTok or anything. This is real life. Women are losing their lives because men have fragile egos and don't understand that no only means no for this one person. The next girl might say yes. But you up here killing people, your ass gonna be in jail, and Bubba is not going to take no for an answer.
Yeah. And why you could have just said, too bad I don't date short women,
Too bad I don't. You didn't say nothing about dating you. All he said was you were pretty. You didn't. This wasn't a dating situation. This was somebody you were in a grocery store with. There was no need to say anything about dating at all.
Yep, that's why I said, and especially under my clothes. Ugh. That's real disgusting.
There's no need to say anything about dating. Y'all weren't on a first date.
No.
Or a blind date and you walked through the door short. Y'all was in the grocery store. So there was no need to qualify anything. He didn't have to tell you anything, just like you didn't have to tell him shit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. One of the perks of being single is not having to answer to any fucking body. One of the perks of being a single person with no kids is not having to answer for or to any fucking body. That includes somebody that wants some coochie. So unless you paying a bill, unless your name is on the lease, the car note, the light bill, the cable bill, the cell phone bill, unless you're purchasing my shoes, my clothes, my food, my pocketbooks, shut the fuck up talking to me. You can't tell me nothing. You can't ask me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me where I've been, where I'm going. And you damn sure ain't worried about what I got between my legs.
I know. Oh.
Worry about some shit you ain't never gonna see anyway.
Exactly. Oh. Gross. And I'm looking at him like, child, I would never.
It's always the taco meat hair. It's always the ones with taco meat chest hair.
In the store and that you exist.
Huh?
I said to myself, I didn't even know he was in the store and that he even exists.
You know now.
Yeah, I'm like, child.
He only like giant coochie. Styrofoam fun.
I was telling them that on that panel today, and they was like, well, the one guy said, well, I do my woman of 29 years, she's taller than me, and it is a difference in a tall woman versus a short woman. I
What's the
said,
difference?
well, it depends on how a woman is built, period. But that wasn't necessary to say to me.
He been
You
with
know,
you. First of all, he been with this woman 29 years. How the hell he know?
oh, the guy that was on the panel with us
He been
today.
with this woman 29 years. How the hell he know what another woman and stuff like?
Yeah, he's 50. He said he was 58 and he been with his woman for 29 years.
And
And
he been with them 29 years. But I bet they been together longer than that.
yeah, because of course the host, the lady that was hosting, she was like, "Child, I would have been let you go. You ain't finna string me along as no girlfriend for 29 years."
Well, they just been dating for 29 years.
Yeah, that's not his wife.
Oh my
Mm-mm.
God, it never will be.
Yeah,
He'll marry somebody else in a couple of years. He gonna marry some little girl to turn his head.
she was there with him at the thing too. She's, yeah. He was like, my wife is pretty cool. He was like, but sometime we kind of clash because she's a Pisces and I'm a Sagittarius. I said, well, that's why y'all clashing. Y'all both water signs.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. I'm a Pisces. I don't know anything about. I know I'm a Pisces, and I know that my wife is a Taurus. And
Yeah.
I've dated everybody I've dated for the past.
I think Taurus is an air sign, though. I think.
Everybody I've dated for the past. I don't know. I want to say Nick is 18 for the past 12, 13. Because me and her been together since 2000. We've been talking since 2010. And the person I was dating at the time was a Taurus. So I've been dating a Taurus for the past 13 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
think.
I don't know. And most of my family is either Taurus or Libras. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that means. I don't keep up with the horoscope in that manner to what
Mm-hmm.
signs mesh and what signs don't mesh. So I don't know what that means. But
Yeah.
I do know that 29 years and y'all ain't married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should still be there.
Yeah.
Now you
I,
still fine enough to get somebody else. No, I'm just playing.
I was playing around with him on the thing. I was like, man, at first, and he was like, well, my partner is right here. And I was like, oh, I said, tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he was like, no, she's listening to you. She's actually enjoying you, you know. So, we had a good time. But the whole, she was just like, oh, not 29 years. She's a good one.
That's too long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but is that a good woman? I mean, just that don't
That's a
make her
good
good
question.
if you stuck with him.
Good
I mean,
question.
because why would you do that? You don't think that I'm not worthy of to be a fiance? I'm just your partner, your significant other.
Yeah, that's what he said. His partner, his
I'm not even your fiance. I couldn't even get a ring about you in 29 years.
I know.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe,
Well, bless
maybe
their heart.
yeah, unless they got some type of rank financial. A lot of people do certain things for financial, like taxes and I guess. I don't know. Maybe he got kids and she don't want to get involved. I don't know, Lisa.
I don't know either. That sounds
Yeah.
questionable to me. But hey, if that is how you want to live your life,
Right.
if they happy, I'm happy.
Right. Right.
My my opinions is just my opinions, and I could be wrong. Y'all could have the best relationship in the whole wide world, and nobody can. It is just amazing, and y'all just don't believe in marriage. She might
Mm-hmm.
not believe in marriage. I'm sitting up here picking on him. It might be her. We,
Mm-hmm. He said
we just
they.
assume all women. We just assume that women want to get married. There's a lot of women don't want marriage and don't want kids, just like
Yeah,
men.
I'm not big on marriage. I'm not big. That's not like one of my daily prayers. Like, Lord, one day, please bless me with a husband. That's not unless that husband kind of looked like Niecy Nash wife.
No, that's a girl, baby. It's not. He's not. He's not.
I know, I
He's
know.
not.
I know.
And
I
he
know.
is. And I must admit, she is. I love. Yeah,
Yes.
I like the fact
Yes.
that she plays her girlfriend on the show that she on.
Mm,
Because I watched the show that
she,
she on. So I like the fact
very,
that they, they intertwine.
she's very attractive. Very,
It's
very.
it's a lot of attractive, masculine presenting women that have no inclination to be
Right.
trans.
They
They
just
just happen to. Oh shit, baby.
Okay, I just want to say one thing.
let me pause.
I mean,
Huh?
Okay.
So, hold on, let me turn this down. Turn your thing.
I
Wait,
turn
mommy.
it down. Hold on. And I muted.
Right here.
So, Krista,
Hello.
hold on.
Let me drop off. I'm gonna drop off.
All right, so Krista, when you what happened?
Now,
Something happened.
that's you was making that noise because you still what you call it? Come back, Krista. That's me. I didn't bring myself back. Come back, Krista. What's wrong with my avatar?
Krista ran away.
That noise is probably getting her. Come back, Krista. Come back. I'm not even on here. I don't understand. It's another mic open somewhere.
okay,
It's
baby, talk. Now talk and see.
another stream.
Talk, baby. Yeah, but they can hear you. I'm like, it was oh. Oh. Because I don't know why I was doing that because my mic was off and down. What was you going to ask, baby? So I can laugh. What was you going to ask? What was you going to ask? I said, I know you ain't making insecure with your mirror. Tell us something. You stupid. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? That doesn't even make any sense to say. It doesn't make any sense to say. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's just I don't know. I'm trying to wait Krista out because we've been on here almost 2.5 hours. So
That was his come on line. That was supposed to get her to be like, he, you so crazy. Blah
but
blah.
that's not a come on line. That's just a mess. That's a mess.
That's what they
Yeah,
do.
that was anniversary though. She said that was anniversary.
Real
This is a hot ass mess. Get on my face talking about uh, anti-way. Trying to
I'm
wait on
so,
her to get.
yeah,
I
I'm so
keep
sorry.
back.
I couldn't hear y'all, and then it just bounced me out. So
Oh no.
I ain't know what happened.
All right, baby. I'm about to click off. You click on. Oh, she wanted to ask. She was trying to be. She,
Okay.
she doing something right now. But
Okay.
you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, she's cute. Well, her wife is very attractive.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
smile. Look around.
I
Open,
am. I am. And I'm
open your mind
I
to the
am.
possibilities.
I wish I could show y'all the smile that's on my face. I feel like I don't know. I just told my sister, I was like, I know. I just believe everything happened for a reason. I don't know, maybe somebody is real close to me to it becoming something. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, like that.
yeah. So God had to remove the bull crap out the way,
Why?
that
You got somebody in mind?
There's like a lot of people that's been seeing me out here. So
I hear you, but I'm asking you. You got somebody in mind already?
um
You don't have to. You don't have to give us a name or nothing. You got somebody in mind already.
well I just it's I don't
Ooh,
know. I'm
oh,
just
ooh,
having
oh,
I don't know, Lisa. Don't
ooh, boop, boop, boop,
you
boop.
know, say
Oh,
everything on YouTube and then people be.
I'm just saying. Do you? Is there somebody in the world? Not you got to say where they from. Is somebody in the world that has you going?
Well, I mean, what I mean by, you can't say everything on YouTube because you don't know who's like watching, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
There is,
that's cool.
there's some people that make me smile.
Hey,
Hmm.
and you know what? That's a great beginning.
Yeah, they make me smile.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
they really, really do.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
my
I
bad.
told my sister the other day, I was like, I don't think I'll be dating men anymore. And she was like, what? For real? Wait a minute. What happened? Not you. Not you. What? Wait till mom hear this one. I'm like, I don't really see that no more. I don't, I don't see it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, mama.
Mm-hmm.
You find it where you find it at. And
Mm-hmm.
you
Right.
found it there, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you found it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just messing with you. But
Yeah,
all
but
jokes aside, is at the end of the day, happiness is the key. Happiness
yes.
is the goal.
Yeah.
Um, Wealth and power, all that shit is cool. But
Mm-hmm.
what's the point if you ain't happy? You can
Right.
still miserable. You got all this external stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and your internal stuff is miserable.
You're
So
right.
if that makes you happy, baby, you better be happy. Shit. I would
Yeah.
say, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I used to think that I would take miserable and rich over happy and broke, but
Mm-hmm.
at broke, I got somewhere to go. If I'm miserable and rich, I got everything. Still ain't got nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I've come to realize that I'll take happy and broke because if I'm happy, no, because if I'm happy, I will find a way. I'm
Yes.
necessarily gonna stay broke.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm wealthy or rich and miserable and I got everything and I still got nothing,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm going? I can't
Yeah.
say I ain't got it. I can't say my bills ain't paid. I can't say my house ain't paid for. I can't say I don't have the car I want or the clothes I want or the shoes I want or the stuff I want. But
Right.
I'm still miserable.
Yeah.
So I
Or
think that
or just not to bring her up again. It's like or to like be with somebody that then told you that
when
like
somebody tell you they don't want you, believe them.
yeah, you might as well say you don't want me because you. What did you just say? You said what? You could never date a woman. Okay, and what is we doing, child? Like I said, I could turn my feelings on and off, especially after.
And you can't
Mm-mm,
change your past. You
mm-hmm.
can't change what has happened to you.
I
And
can't.
and, and people think that
I would never be with nobody that would try to make me feel like I need to.
right.
That would be crazy because I can't. You know.
So I've come to the realization that happy and broke, that you can work with.
Hmm. I said, yep. I just needed to get back out here on YouTube and have some fun and see some people. And
You better show some leg, girl. You better show.
yeah, a couple of the ladies on here from YouTube got my number. I talked to a couple.
My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, some of them said they know y'all too.
Hi, well,
But they know you. Well, they know you. As DC's wife, and some of them is like, oh, okay, I know DC. Yeah,
well, let me tell you something. Whether I know him or not, be happy, my love.
I am.
Be happy.
I'm.
Don't let
I'm.
nobody make you feel like you ain't supposed to be happy. Be
Mm-hmm.
happy with the little things. You
Mm-hmm.
stupid. Don't wait a minute. She messed me up. She threw me off. But it's you know what, and everything happens for a reason.
Yep. That's what I said.
So that key and her coming in the house and all that stuff happened
Mm.
for a reason.
Yeah.
So you needed to see something because people we can convince ourselves of just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes something has to happen to show us that maybe we should go in a different direction.
That's what I told my sister. I said maybe it was just to prepare me for to go a different way.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the thing, like to prepare me.
because sometimes you need to know what you like. You need to know what it because to to say with I can use my experience when I first started dating women, I wanted to make sure it wasn't just that particular woman, that it was women and not her, because that would just do anybody I'm dating a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just playing with your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Mm-hmm.
know eventually I'm gonna go back to a man. But the
Mm-hmm.
reality was that no, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
She showed me why it hadn't worked. Now, did it work with her? No, that wasn't her job. Her job was not to be my one and only.
Right.
Her job in my life was to show me that I had been maybe not I had been fishing in the wrong pond.
Yeah.
And I needed to move my pond over. I need to move my rod over. Relax with some good old country shit. Good old
Kind of.
country boy shit. Move the fishing rod over to another. I was in the
Mm-hmm.
wrong creek, so I had to go over to the other pond.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was cool, and I'll be grateful for that
Mm-hmm.
because you know something, but you don't know how to go about it. You know, I knew that I always thought women were beautiful. I always thought they were attractive. I'd always had a girl crush, even when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
But you do what you're supposed to do in the South, in the 70s and the 80s and shit in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Gay wasn't a thing. You was getting put out your house.
Yeah.
You was getting, you were getting disowned,
Yeah.
getting sent to gay conversion camps and shit like that.
What's a gay convert?
Yes, they. All jokes aside, there are camps to where they were saying they do it now to where they would try to pray the gay away. They think if you send your kids to a camp where they have intensive psychotherapy and religion, that it will take away the gay.
Oh.
Not realizing that they done made more relationships than they done messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All them gay people in one little spot.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was just so much, attached to it that you did what you did.
Yeah.
But you had to. But when I found myself attracted, I was like, and really like, and in a position to where I could pursue it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to wonder if this is what I wanted to pursue and everything that came with it, because I wasn't gonna hide it. I ain't never
Mm-hmm.
been in no closet. I wasn't gonna sit up there and be like, I'm grown, shit.
Yeah. Yep.
So I had to realize whether or not this was the avenue. This is where I was supposed to be at, and I realized that I was happy, and I saw forever. See, I didn't see forever before. I didn't see picket fences and rocking chairs. I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm. That's how I told my sister. I said, my mama's gone, my daddy's gone. I don't have no kids. I got my nieces and them. They out living their life. My one niece, she's a handsome stud, in her relationship. And me and her is like best friends almost. I don't have nobody else. Well, I have my sister, and my sister, she go both ways, you know.
Mhm.
And who do
You
I
know,
have to that I would feel like would say, "Girl, is you sure this what you want?" I don't, and I know this is what I want. I know this is what makes me smile. You
I
know,
understand. Well, hey, but you know where to go.
hmm?
You know where to go. What?
Do I know where to go?
No, I said, well, you know where you're going. That's what I'm saying. Like you know which avenue you're going down. You know where you're going.
I know.
So that's half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else will fall into place. Everything else will come when it comes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm about to. What time is y'all? I'm about to. Hold on. It's been on here 2.5 hours. I can't be on here for 4 hours.
She
I'm about
said,
to
"You
be on here
here
for
for
4 hours.
4 hours?"
Ah, damn.
I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. I said, DC probably done turned the music on by the time I get back over there because I had to shut
Now she will.
everything.
Now she will turn the music on you.
Yeah, I had to shut down the YouTube. I had to shut everything down. Then I had to go back to my thing, and now I got a whole list of people that is up that put up videos or posts and different things. So I'm now I'm strolling down to get to y'all. I'm like, oh my God.
That was crazy. It just went out. I don't know what was going on, but
Yeah, it went from not
yeah.
here to bounce by. I was like, oh, okay. But it was doing that too earlier. The one lady StreamYard, it kept throwing her out of her own StreamYard.
It kept throwing me out. That's why when it would get quiet, it's just DC was on there, so it didn't close. But every time it get quiet, I was thrown out. I had to come back in. It's trying
Make
to tell me to get off, but she keeps saying, "Keep talking, keep talking."
I couldn't wait for y'all to come on. Then I was just like, when I didn't see it and I kept redoing, because sometimes you'll be on, but I won't see it yet. It
It-
won't for whatever
well,
reason.
that's
And
them doing that crazy shit. I don't know what YouTube be doing sometimes.
yeah, and then I'll go to my other phone and I'll see you on, but on that phone, I can't do anything. The iPhone, because it's an old one, child.
Oh, okay.
It's iPhone 7, so you already know what's going on with that. But it still work. So, yep. And I have to come on this phone, but this Android one don't always update my YouTube. So I was like, well, they must not be coming on. Maybe she even changed it to Thursdays now. So go ahead and make my food. And I'm in there just toodaloo. And then I was like, what? Say
I'm coming.
on.
I'm coming.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
it was, yeah, I wasn't feeling all that fluffy last week.
He wasn't.
I think everybody had a cold in the
Mhm.
house last week of some sort.
I'm glad you're
So
feeling better now.
I
That's
am.
how I knew because I had started getting little sniffles and all of that stuff. I was like, I need to take a break. I need me some time just at home to do nothing.
Well, you
Just do
better take a little
nothing.
health break. Damn, people. You know what I realized? I look at the young people nowadays, and I realize we worked ourselves to
Hmm.
death. We killed ourselves working, and
Yes.
nobody can tell us why.
Yep.
Nobody can tell us why. You come to work early, you leave work late. If
Yep.
you ain't,
That's me.
if you ain't there 15 minutes early, they talking about you late and all. I'm like, but you don't pay me for that 15 minutes. Well,
Yep.
you're doing it for the team. But guess what? If I kill
Yeah.
over there, if I kill over there tomorrow, somebody gonna be
Yep.
right there in my team member spot.
Hmm.
So I realized that these kids were right. We've been killing ourselves for the same money, for the
Hmm.
same amount of time, for the same retirement, and it
Yeah.
didn't get any better. And
And
and,
I
and it's like
and I don't even have to be out here. I was just bored being at home, like doing nothing. I mean, not having no real like no reason, like no purpose. I felt like I didn't have no purpose. So I was like, when COVID happened and they called us back, I was like, I'm going. I'm going back to work.
well,
You
that's
know,
what. But that's what.
but I didn't want to go and work. I told him, I said, I'm just here. I just want to do like 1 or 2 days. I don't. Before I know it, they was 3 and 4 and 5, and then before you know it, they like, well, we'll just call you. Okay, you got 4 days off, but then they calling me the night before, and it's like,
Yeah, but
okay,
that's
don't.
the problem. But that's the problem. That's how we were taught. That's how our parents.
Mhm.
We were taught by slaves, the children of slaves, and the
Mm,
grandchildren of slaves who had to work from sun up to sundown,
I
and
never
then
thought.
sharecroppers, and then we were taught by sharecroppers who had to work from sun up to sundown. and then we had to be there early, leave late, just to achieve what other people had to achieve doing the bare minimum. We've always had to do more
Yep.
and make
Yep.
less.
Yep.
And I did it. I know when I get a job, I know every aspect of the job. One, I don't do it because I'm trying to advance. I don't like nobody telling me how to do nothing. I don't know what that's from, and I'm sure it's a bad personality quirk. But to keep that from happening, I learned every aspect of a job. If I work in a restaurant, I can do the front and the back of the house because I don't want you sitting up there telling me shit. Especially
Yeah.
because a lot of people tell you wrong, especially because they don't want you to know more than them.
Mm-hmm.
So I done got to the point where if I'm in a job, I can do all. When I worked as an administrative assistant for the census, I did
Mm-hmm.
everything. I did the front, I did the um, payroll, I did administrative assistant, I did supervise, I did it all. Because I don't
Right.
want you coming there telling me I'm doing it wrong because you don't want me to know as much as you know. So
Mm-hmm.
that is why I did it. But then I
Mm-hmm.
realized I was killing myself because I was killing myself when I first went to Buffalo Wild Wings for no extra money. I was making $10 an hour.
Okay.
I was making $10 a fucking hour in 2014. I had made $10 an hour since shit, I don't know when.
Yeah.
And I was killing myself
Mm-hmm.
for fucking weeks. No, man. I work Monday through Friday. I get off at 5. I come in when I feel like it. They schedule me at 10:30. What are you scheduling me early for? If you no, don't schedule me early. We open at 11, I'm gonna be here at 11. Because this little $7.25 you're gonna pay me for this 45 minutes is just gonna be taken off the back end.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to pay taxes on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming in when I get there. It takes me 5 minutes to set up, and I can set up while I'm talking to customers. Because customers don't come in there when we first open. If I done did everything before we open and we have a slow day, then you gonna expect me to do some extra shit I ain't gotta do. No, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I firmly agree with these kids to stop killing themselves for jobs that's not killing them, for jobs that have no advancement, for jobs that want you to have 5 years, 5 or 10 years experience in a master degree in an entry level position.
Yep. Yep.
They want you to have 5 or 10 years experience being cashier and a fucking bachelor's degree and I don't know bullshit. I don't know. They gonna pay you $14 an hour, which don't buy shit. And they're not gonna give you 40 hours a week, so you're not gonna have full time, and they're not gonna have benefits.
Yep.
And there's gonna be 5 people in the whole store who make full time. But they're going to ask you to keep coming in. So you're never going to be scheduled for 30, 35, 40 hours, but you're going to work at least 32 or 33 and a half,
Yep.
sometimes 35. But you're never going to do it consistently because if they do it consistently, they consider you a full-time employee and they have to give you full-time benefits. So you're never going to consistently get 35 to 40 hours, but you're going to work 35 to 40 hours at least once a month.
Yep. That's what they doing in the hospital. They not hiring none of those people full time because they don't want to pay them the benefits that come with it.
But these are multi-billion-dollar companies. Hospital make money, and hospitals charge $30 for a fucking bare aspirin.
Yeah, sure do.
But you don't want to pay this nurse over here who is risking her life to come in this job. You don't want to pay this nursing assistant who is flipping over big bareback Bertha
Yes. Yeah.
and wiping her ass. You want to get her $7.25 an hour because she's a nursing assistant because she does not maintenance, but janitorial, what you consider janitorial. But she the one that is letting this shit run. She is changing these sheets. She is sanitizing this room. She is making sure these patients are taken care of.
I be encouraging those, especially the young women. They be in there and they just be just as satisfied getting them paychecks as a nurse's aide. And I be like, please, baby, go back to school. Just go back to school. Even if you take some courses. I said, don't sit here and do all that work while somebody else is sitting on their butt. And you killing yourself. Go back. I know somebody got to do it, but let somebody else come in after you and they do it. And then you encourage them and then the next ones come in, but keep climbing. Don't get satisfied sitting there doing that. Don't do that.
Because the reality is, and I told somebody this before because they were like, I forget. The reality is that college is not for everybody.
Right.
College is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Manual labor is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Construction and things like carpentry and electrician, all this, that's not for everybody. Everybody has a lane.
Yeah.
Everybody is not going to be anything more than a nursing assistant. You may
Yeah.
be the best nursing assistant, but that may be all you're going to be. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You are needed. You are wanted. You are desired. They need to start paying them.
Yeah.
You worry about, they sit up here and managers, because management is the problem. Middle management, the people that are in the store with the workers are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because the upper management and the CEOs and all them people, they don't give a shit about the stores and the places that they work. They don't care anything about the hospital. They don't care anything about the restaurants. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get their money.
Mm-hmm.
It's the managers that work day to day in the store with the people who act like if we're a family. We're not a family. We're not a family.
You're right. So
This is my
true.
job. Either I do my job, I don't do my job. How about you do your job? And then I won't have to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
These girls need, I mean, because when I was in rehab, when I first hurt my knee, I gained a respect for them I didn't have because I didn't actually know what they did. You know, you hear people talk, and I
Right.
never done it. And it's a job that I couldn't do. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. I couldn't do it. Not for strangers, I could take care of my family.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do it for no stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no problem saying there are better people than me.
Mm-hmm.
But I understood what they go through. And I know they weren't being paid like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you making all this money.
Yeah.
These rehab facilities, these nursing homes, you make it. Do you understand that the nursing home, if a person, okay, their take home every month is $3,000. The nursing home will take $2,796 of that, give the patient the other $100 and some dollars, and will pay the nurse's aide, the one that comes in there and changes the diaper and scoops the poop out their ass, $10 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then get an attitude. Burn the people out. Don't want to hire nobody.
Yep. Be the first one that they'll be talking about, come down in my office and talk to them like crap and all of that. I just be looking like,
Customer service, Walmart, grocery stores, allow them customers to talk to them employees in a kind of way. I be looking at people talk about the things that have went on and, telling their story times on TikTok and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, oh, no, that wasn't me. So I wish that all this stuff had been out when I was working, because my story times would have been absolutely different. Because I was working in Walmart and this lady came through the line and we used to price match. I think I told the story. And we price match.
Yeah, I remember
But
Walmart.
we only price match exactly. Don't bring me a bottle of Heinz ketchup and the price match for the store brand. We don't sell food line ketchup. So this lady came through there with 5 bags of 5 pounds of sugar, Domino sugar, the white and the yellow package.
Mm-hmm.
The price matching for, I think, Rite Aid for 99 cents for 5 pounds of sugar, but it wasn't Domino. It was whatever the store brand was. I said, ma'am, I can't price match this. I said, because this has to be exact. You don't sell this brand, so I can't price match. Now she's on the phone. She already ruled because she's on the phone the whole time. And then she was talking to what I was telling her what I said. Then she talking to the lady on the phone, talking about this bitch said something. I said, what bitch? I said, what bitch? I said, let me get my manners. Let me get my fucking manners. Hold on. You know why they thought? I don't know why you come in there thinking, because I promise you I was looking for a job when I found this one. This is Walmart. These motherfuckers pay me understand, they paid me under minimum wage. These motherfuckers paid me $7.20 an hour when I started at Walmart. You think you gonna fucking talk to me in that kind of way for $7.25 an hour? They gave me a 20 cent raise. I made $7.40. When I left, I was making $8 an hour. I worked 2 weeks and get a $250 check after taxes and everything came out.
Mm-hmm.
So she thought she what?
Oof.
One day the customer service manager was over, and I worked in the smoke shop. And the smoke shop was right across. The warehouse store was made up. The smoke shop was right across from the customer service desk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at the smoke shop over there by my register, and she over there, and the manager was over there, and the black lady. Again, I don't know whether she thought I was just white and acting black, not realizing that this ain't no motherfucking act, bitch. Don't let this light skin fool you.
Right.
So she says, come and pointed at me. I said, who is this bitch pointing at? The two other cashiers look, what? I said, is that bitch pointing at me?
Mm-mm.
I said, I'm standing right here. And she walked away and went to the office. I the fuck no, you wasn't.
Child, you about to catch the wrong decision.
All of them are the wrong motherfucking decision. They all are the wrong. The decision that was made was you thought you was gonna come in here and for $7.25 an hour, treat me in all kind of way. That's what you thunk. That's what you thunked it. But let me tell you what had happened was I believe I want these babies to do their quiet quit and they working their wage and clock out on time, take your breaks. Don't let
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. I said, I told my sister the other day, I said, they keep messing with me. I'll be taking Friday off too. Because I don't know if they're gonna have it all cleared up out here. And I don't like going through that back and coming back in at night, in the back of our building. I don't.
I'm
That's
just
for them
saying.
that's used to parking back there. That ain't for me. 'Cause I'm used to parking in the front, and people. I live on a busy street. I'm used to people seeing me as I'm getting in my car. I don't
Yeah.
backyard stuff, and when I leave out, it's still nighttime outside. As my nephew say, it's still black outside, Auntie. It's not blue yet. Or he'll say, it's still blue out. I can't go to sleep yet. It's not black yet.
That's true though. But I don't know. It's just so much has changed since I was young. And I'm glad for it. I mean, I appreciate the change, but so much bad stuff has stayed the same. And so much bad stuff has gotten worse that I just didn't think would get worse. As I got older, I just knew that things would go differently. You know, I just knew that race relations and relationship relations and just it would get better because bad is bad. I don't understand why people want bad. You know what I'm saying? But it hasn't. I'm still just as scared. I'm more scared for kids now than I was when we was growing up. We was outside until the street lights came on, and on the weekends we was outside in the front yard till shit. Parents go to sleep because didn't nobody want us. Nobody want us. I mean, real talk. I mean, we would walk home. Let me tell you something. When I had walked home from a friend's house at 2 o'clock in the morning, I wasn't worried about nobody jumping out the bushes. I mean, nothing real, and a ghost or some shit. But other than that, just I wasn't worried about the boogeyman. The only time I ever was worried, right after I graduated from high school, I was on this losing weight kick, and I lived at this house that was at the bottom of this deep hill. And I walk up the hill and I would walk to a lake that was about a mile and a half away, around the lake, which was 3 miles, and then back home. So I walked like 6 miles a day. And I used to do that every day. Because I don't know. I don't remember why I was on that. And I used to do that every day. And like the second week, the third or fourth day, I don't pay attention to the cars. So this guy hollered out the truck, I see you walking. I see you every day walking. I said, you do? And I walked down to my house and I nice and politely got my dog that would eat your face. And that's who walked with me. Nice and politely got my country ass dog that would eat your face. He was half, I think he was half wolf, half collie. He was a wolf dog. And he would eat your face. And I just walked with him. And then I stopped walking. That's the only reason I stopped walking. But I was going to the same place and doing the same thing every day. It became a routine. So I stopped that. But other than that, shit, man, I have stumbled home at 2:00 in the morning and not worried about nothing. But nowadays, kids, and
that is so true. Because I remember, like, before I even had a car, and I had first moved out with my first apartment, I used to have to walk 3 blocks to the bus stop. And I mean long blocks. And early in the morning, and it's still like, it's like 5 something in the morning. And sometimes I wouldn't get off till 11. So I'm walking 3 blocks back home. And I didn't fear but like now, my car is right outside. And I be looking around like,
trying to figure out what features.
Trex or something. The way I be looking all around me. And I'm only going to my car.
Nick a whole boy, and I still worry about him being out.
Yeah.
Like, because they kidnap people. Boys are not as prevalent. He's not a little kid no more.
Yeah.
But I still worry about when he go out. You know what I'm saying? Because every time, like right now, I'm looking up at the TV. I hadn't been looking at it. Looked at the TV. It's a Lifetime movie based on a true story. Buying back my daughter. I got to go back my daughter from a sex trafficker. The fuck? What is going on? Just selling people like Kool-Aid. I mean, just like Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And you worry about that stuff. We didn't used to worry about that stuff. I worry about that. I worry about. I don't worry, but it crosses your mind when your kids ain't in the house. Now, when they're in the house, I don't think about that shit. I don't worry about the random odd stuff that can happen to a house. Media falling up, somebody driving into the living room. I don't worry about none of that. and not because it can't happen, because I know it can, but because my family is safe and in the house, and anything that comes to the house, we got something for that. Come on in.
Yeah.
But
I want to share something else with y'all so bad, but I don't want to share it over this. And I keep like just laughing to myself.
Go ahead. We can't say it now and not say it, Crystal. So you might as well just go ahead.
I know. I just wanted to tell you why I just keep laughing. I'm just like trying to find the words to say something.
We're gonna be quiet until you tell us.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the nice way to say.
Ain't no nice way. You gotta say it the way it comes.
It goes back to Miss Lady,
okay.
But because it was funny with the way my sister had said something. But do you think? Because I never slept with her.
Okay.
But I've shared like some personal stuff about me with her. I guess that's what you would call it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking dirty to each other on the phone.
Well, you know how somebody, how do you say it? Shoot.
Yeah, I was getting nasty.
No, I was, because a lot of people see my piercings, right? They'll see my piercings and they'll ask me, do you have any other piercings?
Do you?
And I do.
Hey.
Okay.
Well, I understand.
So you see, you know what I'm saying?
So she know about your piercings.
She knew about my piercings, but she've never actually seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay. So my sister.
I thought about getting one, by the way. So you in good company. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Ooh, they're nice. They are nice. They're nice.
I'm good.
I'm a happy camper often. But
okay, go ahead.
But my sister, when I was talking to her, she was just laughing to herself, because of course I had told her how
Yeah,
talk to
yeah,
sister,
yeah,
like
yeah,
I gotta be kind of cool on here, well,
right.
so I'm telling her, so she's like, you don't think that's probably what then made her really think? I think she thought when she seen them candles stuff that tonight was the night.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that. Why be down?
My sister,
Somebody thinking shit that you know what?
my sister said because she was like, and the way you was sitting up there prancing all in front, that's all she probably was able to see was your shadow in the dark, like swaying back and forth.
Oh, I wonder that might be.
She
Oh,
said because how quiet she was and the way you looked up in that video, she said, I think she thought tonight was the night. you know.
yeah.
But then she was like, but I was telling her, I said, well, maybe that's what when she came back, maybe, because me, my sister, you know how you be when you talk with your sister now, you laughing about certain things and stuff.
Right.
I told her, I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, you think she not finna just let that go. She still got that in her mind, what you told her.
I didn't even think about that. She might have thought she was. I'm about to give me some.
I was just laughing.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. But I was just thinking, because,
That's what it might have. You know what? That might have been why her face was all balled up. Because she was like, I know she ain't showing everybody the pictures I'm supposed to see.
I don't lie. Oh, no, not online, Jesus.
Well, they don't know that, baby. She don't know that. She don't know. All she know is that you wasn't acting the way she
It's
was
only
supposed to act.
3 people that done seen that besides the GYN that done seen that. It's the 2 men I was with and the guy who put it, well, I should say 4 because it was a lady. When you get that done, there's also a lady in the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So,
what I'm saying is, what I'm saying
yeah.
what I'm saying is that she was
But they
like,
have you covered. They have your private, they have you,
oh
they
yeah,
don't.
I mean, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what being in rehab does to you. I have
Mhm.
no longer shame about shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah, go look at it. I don't know if it's cute or not. Shit, I don't see it.
Oh,
Ain't cute.
mine got to be cute because I just.
I don't see it. Well, as long as it's cute to my wife. See, they gotta be cute to me no
Right.
more. I am 56. I keep messing it up. Back when I was in my 20s and my 30s, I used to look at it and check on it and take pictures of it and make sure it was, make sure it was all right. And from
Yeah.
what I understand, because even now I don't know how to judge and what I think is attractive and what other people think is attractive are different things as far as genitalia is concerned. But as long because what you think is a cute business may not be to somebody else. You might like it tight, other people might like it loose, you might like long lips, short lips. There are different ways. Might like it fat, like skinny. Everybody like it different. So
Yep. That's
I
what I tell people too. Yeah.
so as far as that goes, I mean, I think it has to do with how you feel about the person as well. But
Yes. It's definitely in your head. A lot of it.
I did not. Hold on. Hey y'all. Hey Sylvia. Hey Pauline. Hey y'all.
Oh, it's people in here. How y'all doing?
I was talking about stuff for the past hour. But
Jesus.
but hold on. Yeah. My glasses.
Well, I told them in the video, but I didn't tell them where. I just left it to their
Well,
imagination.
I mean, it's somewhere, so just leave it there. But you know what? Tell your sister she right. That's probably now that I think about it, that's probably why she got so mad because saw the candles. Did you have music on?
I did on the first part, but I don't know what part she was actually already in my house because my house I'm always in the dark.
Too? Oh,
And
the house
my
was
bedroom window, you can see my bedroom window facing
sneaking up on her.
outside.
She
Yeah.
She was gonna get us. She was gonna rub on you a little bit.
You
Yeah.
I'm
know,
just playing. I'm just playing.
Yeah,
Your
my
sister
bear.
probably right. Your sister probably like she thought something else was gonna go on, but when she saw you give her, but when she saw you and you was talking to people and you was having fun and not with her, that's what her face got all about it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Lesson learned.
Yeah.
So you know, moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
what you want, what you don't want.
explain why she went to that. What if we was in a relationship? Because all of a sudden she thought y'all was in a relationship.
I'm
She
not
got it.
saying because hell.
And you know what the other thing is, and that's what's the other thing. Like when I was talking to you ladies, like because I try to be careful, you know what you say online. You know what I mean?
All right.
But like in the hospitals, there's people, especially like the guys and the studs and stuff, you know, and they see nurses and stuff and they see you, you know, a lot of them be, you know, trying to like, man, I bet you know, I bet you can't pull it out, you know. So you don't never know if somebody just trying to get with you because they didn't made a bet in the locker in the lunchroom or in the cafeteria or something, or you know. So that's why I was always like kind of like a little standoffish. And then I never was one that dated people that I work with. I was always totally against that, you know. But like I said, after the pursuit, I kind of changed my mind a little bit, you know. But yeah. So I just always never knew, you know,
Yeah,
exactly
I
what.
hope ain't no grown ass people sitting up there having no. Yeah,
In
but
them
I mean, I don't
hospitals?
know.
In the hospitals?
Yeah.
Honey, they they do their thing. They be all up in there fighting and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I get that because grown folks still fight. What I mean is, I hope ain't no grown people up there having no goddamn high school reunion bullshit talking about I can get her, can you get the no the fuck?
Yes, you, huh, you be surprised.
Uh-uh. That's
Oh,
stupid.
yeah, they do crazy stuff. And then a lot of them, you got to, they're young. A lot of them that work in janitorial, little aides, and some of them is out of high school. They in their 20s and different things like that. And them old ones be trying to act like they their age too. Yeah, it's a mess.
I hate to see old folks trying to act like them a kids. This is like
Shoot.
you go to the club and somebody granddaddy in there with that old ass suit and that damn that shirt
Yeah.
unbuttoned down to the waistband, sitting up there talking about watch out there now, girl.
And what he can do and all of that, and sitting there with that leg stretched out with his cane.
Baby.
Mm, you'd be
Ah,
surprised, Lisa.
I
Child,
get to the I'm like, if you don't go sit down somewhere
the security guards,
where you
everybody.
get somebody worms.
Yeah. Remember the old people used to tell you that?
My grandmama told me that. I swear, I still to this day think you get worms from old men. So I don't know, T.
Mhm. I still say it too. Yeah, I say it too.
It's
Hmm.
bad enough now. They tripping so hard that um now you got them in school. When they first went to school, I was like, Lord, please let my baby be just ugly enough so won't none of them grown ass women try to talk to him. Because I swear I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. I did. I promise you, I had a whole prayer. Lord, please let Nikki just be ugly enough so I don't have to go to jail for y'all ass women because I swear I'm not going to sit up there. I'm not going to take them on Maury. I'm not going to take them on Steve. I'm going to take their ass to the grass. Please, Lord.
It's going down.
I did because every time I turned around, because every damn time you turn around, somebody's messing with somebody, baby.
Yeah, I don't like when older women be with them young guys. That's just and vice versa. I know some people say, oh, you know, when they because women mature I don't like that. I think young men should get with some young lady and grow together. Not mm-mm.
I don't care nothing about maturing. I don't care nothing about none of that. Because the reality is they don't pay attention to the shit that
Mhm.
women do to little boys and stuff like that. because they think that little boy, it's okay. Little boys don't get affected by that like little girls do. But the reality is that have you ever heard somebody a young? I heard a young man say that he lost his virginity at 5 years old. Baby, you didn't have any virginity at 5 years old. You were molested by somebody.
Right. That's why I was like 5.
Because they don't look at it for men the way they look at it for little girls. When the reality is that little boys grow up with these absurd sexual things because of what happened when they were younger.
Mm.
I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I've heard I lost my virginity
That's
when I was
sick.
5. When I was 6, I had my first, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. That's sick.
My dad was molested at 3.
Yeah. These they don't.
Oh my God.
And they laugh and they joke about it.
I can't even imagine somebody putting their body parts all over somebody 3.
It's a woman. It will be a teenager that think they funny. They don't understand that they will touch a young man thinking it's funny and thinking it won't affect him, but want to talk about how men do. You
Hello? Oh, no,
Lisa,
her-
did your phone go out?
hello?
Yep.
Hello?
Now.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a joke. That's what get me. You
Mhm.
think they think that because it's a little boy that he don't have the same issues.
Hmm.
No,
That's crazy.
it's the very same.
Oh my
Well, I
God.
was or a 20-year old and a 15 or 16-year-old. I'm gonna put you in jail
Mm.
after I whoop your ass. We're gonna both go to jail together so I can whoop your ass to jail. That's just what's gonna happen.
Crazy.
And they think it's a joke and a game. They
Mm-mm.
and it's just not. It's just not. It's
Sure is.
the government lowering the marriage age so that a 12-year-old girl can marry a 45-year-old man and the molestation be legal because she's his wife.
Hmm.
And people laughing and joking about this shit because their kids not going through it.
Yeah.
Or because they the ones doing it.
What you want? What matter?
But if you
Mm-mm.
kill them, it's you the bad person. If you kill about your kids, you the bad person. Shit.
Mm.
Motherfuckers be playing with the right one. Mine made it to 18. He can tell on folks. He can press
Yes.
charges. You know his
Mm-hmm.
mama a little crazy, and you know his mama got bullets.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like one time somebody said, "What if a 45-year-old woman came to your house for your 19-year-old son? She not leaving?
She's not leaving. She not leaving.
Why?" Somebody said, "Why she not leaving? She came here to die. She came to my house to commit suicide." They think I'm playing. She came to my house to commit suicide. What? Yep.
Mm-mm.
I meant that.
Oh my
Think that
goodness.
shit is crazy. I wish somebody would. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I love my baby. I do. I really do. But he's an 18-year-old boy. He better know how to wash his ass correctly. What a 45-year-old woman want with him? What you
Mm.
gonna do with him? He can't take you nowhere.
Yeah.
He can't go nowhere. Y'all can't get a drink together. He barely old enough to drink coffee. What the fuck? Where y'all going?
Mhm.
You can't go out to no nightclub. Then they can barely go to an R-rated movie. What is you doing? Your child old as my son. My son and your baby sitting on that playing PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah. Or used to be in the same class together.
Yeah. What, mama? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here before I kill you.
Sick person, you. Ugh.
I gotta get my groove back. Bitch, you better find your groove somewhere else. Cause Stella about to get you fucked up. Don't let Angela Bassett fool you. She'd have been under the ground too. So yeah, you fine, Angela, but you got to die today. I don't get it. I could just be crazy. My bad.
Not crazy. That ain't crazy.
And it was on there. It was a 60. I was watching more one time, y'all. I swear for Jesus. It was a 16-year-old boy and a 54-year-old woman. And she on there arguing with that boy mama.
Crazy.
Baby, when I tell you I was confused. I was confused as hell. Because I'm like, ma'am, why is you arguing with your grandmama? If you don't choke that bitch out and get your son. And boy sitting up there talking crazy. I'm sitting up here, more ain't you supposed to call the police on predators? Ethel May about to go to jail. She was 54 years old, and she wasn't a young 54. She was 54. She was old 54. I'm sitting there going, this little boy done told y'all all he getting is a PlayStation and some coochie. And I'm like, it's got to be Dusty.
Oh, she dropped off again.
Not Dusty. It might be that StreamYard that's doing that.
My phone is tripping. Hello?
Yep, we hear you.
My phone is smooth tripping.
Yeah, it's that StreamYard too, because a lot of YouTubers is experiencing that.
I keep getting chunked off here and look down, and I'm talking to nobody.
Yeah, because your voice just went out, and I look because I don't be knowing if it's this phone doing it.
It's just regular ass whatever. But yeah, that was hilarious to me. His mama on there crying. I don't know what to do.
My baby.
Lord, he just went over there with that woman. Ma'am, if you don't go shove that old lady down so she can't get up, you know she got arthritis. She is 10 years older than you are. You better get out of my face. She was sitting up there. I'm sitting there going, But yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here this time for real.
Okay.
Because StreamYard keeps telling me to get off.
Okay. Well, I enjoyed talking to you guys and updating y'all on everything. And
all right, Krista, next time, you'll bring on here. We'll get her for you.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, bring her on. Ask her to stop by.
I did tell her that I'd be on.
What time?
She do know I'll be online.
Tell her, ask her, tell her that we want her to come join the live.
Okay.
Tell her, come on. Come on in the room. Come on. I'm sorry.
She almost ended up on here.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much to everybody who watches this in the replay. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I want to thank Just Krista and Leilani's Kitchen. If y'all don't know who they are, y'all need to go find out who they are because they are wonderful women. Y'all need to go click that subscribe. So thank y'all so much. This is Hump Day, and we out. Bye, y'all.